Greetings, one and all. Hello, folks. How are we doing today? Sorry about this. I'm having a few issues. As you might have noticed, we're doing something a little bit different here today. You might notice that the stream has changed ever so slightly. Yeah, so I decided to have a play about with the different Streamlabs things that were available, and we've got some very nice looking stuff here by the looks of it. So yeah, we've got a new webcam set up down at the bottom. It's live. We had the new starting soon thing happening there. I think you guys liked it. I think it looked pretty cool. We have a be right back screen, which looks like this. Be right back. And then we have back to me. Hello. And then also at the side, we have the actions that happen. We have new Twitch alert things that take place. So, yeah, feel free to let me know what you think about these. I quite like them. I think they're pretty cool. So, yeah, we're going to be starting our fantasy draft in an hour and a half. I decided to do it, well, just under an hour and a half. If we take a look here, it says an hour and 23 minutes until the actual draft. Now, what I said was, I wasn't sure if anybody else wanted to join the fantasy draft. You have until 8:30 the hour, so 8:30. So you've got about 22 minutes to, if you want to join, first of all, let me know in the chat. Would really appreciate it. That'd be awesome. And then second of all, if you make an account on ESPN, I'll put the link to join the league in here. I will need you, though, to tell me that you are doing so. I need you to let me know that you want to join the league, because the problem is, if we don't have enough people in the league, if I give you an extra space and then you end up not joining or you're not fast enough, we have to postpone the fantasy draft. We can only do it once we have a full set of people. So yeah, just make sure. I'll just put the link back in the chat. Here we go. So there's the link in the chat. Yeah, if you've joined, that's awesome. The draft will take place at 9:30. If you've already joined the draft and you want to come back later and do the draft, then feel free. I'm going to probably go through a practice draft. It might be a good idea for you guys to do a practice draft as well, just to make sure that you know what's going on. But yeah, so the link is there to join the league. First of all, you need to let me know if you want to join the league, because then I'll make it so we have more spots available for you to join. Okay, so yeah, just put in the chat, I want to join. Just write, I want to join, and if we get a couple of them, then I'll make it so we can add more people in. I've got myself a hot chocolate today. But what do you guys think of the new look to the Odd Man Rush live streams? I'm thinking about doing it like this for the future. Let me know what you guys think. If you like it, I'll keep it. If you don't, we'll go back to what we had before. I think it looks quite nice, personally. We've got some really cool Twitch alerts as well. You want to join? Okay, so we're getting a few. We're getting a few out there. So we've got at least 2 more. Okay, I'll up it to 13 then. Basic settings. Yep. So we'll up it to 13 teams. I think you can have a maximum of 20 teams. So we'll up it to 13 teams. We'll save that, and we'll see you guys jump in. So I want to have as many people join the league as possible, obviously. I'd rather have more people. Hello, Joe. How are you doing, bud? What are your thoughts on tonight's games? Well, yeah, the Panthers, they can't hold a lead to save their lives, can you? I think it looks good. Hey, Felix. Yes, Stanley Elders. I saw you name that team, and it made me die. Gotta be honest. Hey, Kales, bro. Long time no see, bud. How you been? So yeah, just like last time, we've got channel membership still available if you're interested. That'll come up in the stream if you join that. Super chats, donations, anything like that, feel free. If you just want to subscribe, I think subscribers come up as well. And yeah, we'll get this going and see what it's like. I've got a little viewer count in the top right, just so you guys can see how much we've got. I told you I'd be around more. Good, Oliver, good. Just a heads up, I'm planning on playing this for the whole season. So if some of you are joining and only wanting to like join and just sort of play for like 5 minutes, if you're not really like, if you haven't been part of the channel or you're not interested in joining the full season length, then I would recommend that you don't join. I mean, if you've been watching the channel for a while and you're like, yeah, I want to play fantasy sports, then do it. Yeah, I'll add another space for you. But there's a few names that I'm not quite recognizing as much as some of the other ones. So I just want to make sure everybody that wants to and that has been on the channel for a while gets priority. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Yeah, they're being destroyed by Guildford at the moment. Did you watch any of the Devils game? Mark Story, yes, I did. I watched the first 2 periods of the Devils Milton Keynes game, and Jesus Christ, the Devils were killing it. Damn, son. Right, okay, so we need to add some more spaces. We can add up to 20. Now you have 18 minutes to make your account, join the team. So I'll up it to 15, and we'll see if we get any more people. I kind of want it to be an even number, and I'll let you know what's going on after we've added everybody in. Enjoying the NHL 19 GM mode. What do you think of it? I had it crash twice while creating my teams. I've been quite fortunate that it hasn't... Oh, I don't want an ad. Piss off. I haven't had it crash at all on me. I've been quite fortunate, I think. I haven't had anything crash in NHL 18 yet. So I'm quite happy. So we're going to up it to 15 teams. Yeah. We'll up it to 15 teams, see what happens. So yeah, remember we are one subscriber, or well, not one subscriber, sorry, one channel membership away from. No, I don't want the NFL home. I don't want the NFL. No, I didn't mean that. No, be gone. I mean, they are playing at the moment. I saw the New York Jets were losing. Sam Darnold had a good game last week, but not so good today. I subbed about 3 months ago. Yeah. PlusTube, that's fine, mate. Don't worry about it, dude. It's cool. Oh, wait. These are basic settings. Let me just double check that I added the extra 2 teams in. Why does my thing say October 3rd? October 3rd is the day when the regular season actually starts. So we're doing it 2 weeks before the actual thing. Yeah, don't worry. I'll just up it to 15. Yeah, we'll save the changes again just to make sure. Want to make sure everybody gets the chance. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. It's very much a new look here on the Odd Man Rush channel, but I'm going through the Streamlabs OBS system here as opposed to anything else. So all of these companies should be paying me ad revenue for showing their ads on this. Like, let's be honest here, folks. So we've got 15 teams in. Good. Okay, awesome. I'm liking it. We've got the new things coming up here. Team 15-16 are being added. Hello, Chris. How you doing, bud? So have you made it back, Chris? Yeah, the Lions lost. I did see that as well. Let me just take a look at how the things come up. How do you become a member to the channel? Chris, could you help out with that, please, bud? I think what you have to do is if you press this, if you're on, yeah, there should be a button at the bottom, I think, or is that just super chat? Oh, damn it, I don't know. I'm not sure. Channel memberships. How do we do them on here? I'm not entirely sure, dude. I don't know. But also, just in case you guys forgot, I know I'm like pumping loads of like, oh, give me money. I'm really not trying to do that. Basically, oh wow, so the Steelers managed to break the shutout. Fair play to them. But what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Yeah, there you go. If you go on YouTube Gaming and you join there, there should be a button there. I'm currently not doing video games at the moment, but if you watch through the YouTube Gaming website / app, whatever, you should be able to do it. That's what I was going to say. Merch. I still have merch available. Now, I'm thinking I should have a prize for the winner of this fantasy league, and I'm thinking it's something merch related. What do you guys think? I'm really interested to see what you guys have to say about some of that stuff. So we have 14 minutes left before all of the teams have to be locked in. Is there anybody else that wants to join the Fantasy League? We have 5 more potential spots at max. I'd really like to get at least 1 more so we have even teams. So if we get 1 more in, it'll be 8 lots of 1v1. Just so you know, this is a head-to-head point scoring system. So you go through, you play another opponent with their team, and you basically got to get more points than them that week, and then you move on to somebody else. And I think it's the person that has the most points or the best record at the end of the season wins. I'm a bit of a rookie when it comes to fantasy draft or fantasy sports. I have played a bit of fantasy sports before, but I always used to forget about it after like week 3. So with the fact that we have the channel and we have the podcast, which is coming up tomorrow, and we have all of that stuff going on, hopefully you guys will be interested in keeping it going. You'll remind me when I forget. I'll remind you guys when you forget, and it'll be good, you know? Okay, So, yeah, you've got about 13 minutes left, folks. 13 minutes to get your fantasy team sorted. I just want to change the settings on something here quickly. I just want to change something out. Yeah, that's fine. Advanced is what I want. Normal. Let's try normal. Okay, that's really increased the CPU usage. I'm just looking at stuff for myself. 1v1 me in real life hockey shootout. Well, you know I'd lose that immediately. I haven't got a chance, mate. RIP me. So yeah, the Odd Men Out Hockey League, the OMOHL, the OMOHL. Yeah. So is there anybody else that wanted to join? Anybody else? You've got 12 minutes. You have 12 minutes to join. Less than 12 minutes. Stream Hut right now. No, I won't be streaming Hut right now. Because I have this at the moment. Hey, Anthony, how you doing, bud? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Hope you're loving life to the max. So, if there are any new subs to the channel, any memberships, subscribers, anything like that, they should come up in our new, what's it called? Alert box. That's the name of it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm quite happy with the new changes. I think they look quite nice. I think they look a little bit more professional than the stream that I had before, you know? So, roast my team. It's just made my day. I wanted to do this for months now. Well, there you go. Well, you're welcome. Fantasy Sports. Go get Crosby and Alex Ovechkin. Hey, Felix, thank you very much, bud, for becoming a member to this channel. I really appreciate it, dude. It should come up in the stream somewhere. Hey, so that means we've unlocked custom emojis. Hey. So I'm going to take a look at that after the stream, most likely. And hopefully we'll be able to get them going. That means members will be able to use them, which is pretty cool. So settings. Yeah, I'm going to sort that back out again, I think. How do I get a membership? Chris, just remind him for me, please. So we actually have like an hour until the actual draft takes place. I know I've started this very early, but all of the teams need to be locked in for the first... they need to be locked in an hour before. Hey, remember, there you go. There it is. Here it comes. Up it goes. Felix Simmons has become a member. Thank you very much, Felix. Appreciate it, bud. So yeah, for a channel membership, essentially you get access to a little bit extra on the channel. It's like $4.99 a month. Yes, by selling your soul to me. Yeah, you have to sell your soul. I mean, that's a given, really. Let's be honest. Ah, yeah, we're skipping frames now, so let's just do that. Sorry if we're skipping any frames, guys. Much apologies. The draft is 22 rounds. There you go. You're welcome. I'd really love to join. Okay, you've got about 10 minutes to make a team and get in. So I will happily get you in. Right, come on, guys. I sold my soul to you a long time ago. Very true, Felix. You are not wrong there. Do you think the Golden Knights will win the Stanley Cup? Ooh, interesting. First overall pick, Liam Kirk. Love it. Love it. Yeah, so what did you guys think about that first episode of our Be A Pro series? How long is the draft? I think you get 90 seconds to make your pick. And if there's 22 rounds with 16 people, it's going to take a little while. So let me just put in the chat again. There you go. If you want to join the league, there you go. Oh, I've got to put in my password. You guys aren't allowed to see this. RIP Eric Carlson. Oh, that was an interesting trade. We are going to be talking about that tomorrow, ladies and gents. Don't you worry. So 16. Yeah, so the draft. Let's take a look at the league settings for the draft, just so you guys know. So it's a snake type draft. So I believe the last person from round one, has moved on to, gets the first pick of round 2, I believe. The draft order is randomized. We could have had it that I chose the order. I didn't think that was very fair. I don't want to have the first overall pick just because, like, I'm the YouTuber or I'm the person that set up the league. I don't think that's very fair. So yeah, there's 90 seconds per pick. And yeah, I assume, yeah, it's 22 rounds because you have to have 22 players on your team, don't you? Love the Be A Pro. Just wish you could draft him in the game. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I would have thought you should have started him on the P. So he gave me a choice, and otherwise we would have had the problem where, we would have had the situation where, what's it called? We would have had to have played a whole season in the OHL. The choice we would have had was play a whole season in the OHL, which would have just basically been the whole year's series, which we could have done. We absolutely could have done. Or we could have done it, do the Memorial Cup with the Peterborough Petes, but then we might not have been drafted to the Coyotes. So I stuck in with the Coyotes. Yeah, it's a shame how the end of the thing ended, but what can you do, folks? What can you do? Right. Oh, you missed the pod. Oh, Max. Gah. So we need that last team in. We haven't got that much longer till the draft, ladies and gents. Well, we have about an hour, so we actually have plenty of time till the draft, if I'm absolutely honest. But yeah, so we're just getting things going here. My computer's a little bit slow now. So who was that said they wanted to join? I'm the Pyongyang Sucklords. That is a great name. Let's go my team. No, we don't need to look at my team. So yeah, I've added a 16th place. I really want that to be added. I don't want anybody to be having any bye weeks or anything, you know. I think they're a little bit poo, really. Oh, this hot chocolate's lovely. So, in terms of the Elite League scores, the Nottingham Panthers managed to outlast the Coventry Blaze to get the win. The Guildford Flames managed to defeat the Sheffield Steelers. And they won 5-1. Damn. Then we also had some of the other games take place, and I can't remember their scores. The Cardiff Devils absolutely destroyed MK. I don't know the score. I didn't watch the third period, but that was a huge... Oh, the New York Rangers have just released their preseason lineup for tomorrow's game. Who have they got? Bushnevich, Anderson, Chris Kreider's there, Bunieves. Who are the goalies they got? Mazanik and Georgiev. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty decent. So yeah, make sure everybody's joined. We haven't got that much longer until... You got about 6 minutes until we've got to have had everybody join. So, get in there, folks. Needs to be as quick as possible. That's why I started this stream half an hour early. I'm quite glad that I did, because we've basically added 50% of the league that was already set up in that half an hour. I knew I probably should have done a video on it or something, or added something in a video. What time does the actual draft start? In an hour's time. So, yeah, come back in an hour if you just want to see the draft. I'm going to probably go through a mock draft before then, just to sort of get an idea of what's going on, just so I can show you, give you guys a bit of a better idea of what's going on, really. So you guys, because I can very well imagine that some of you have never seen fantasy hockey before. I've only seen the bare basics of fantasy hockey, so we'll be able to see it all together. Isn't that nice? Aww. Thanks for starting the stream early. No worries, man. No worries. Wait, are we doing the mock draft? No, the mock draft you do by yourself. I'd rather do the mock draft with just a load of other randoms online as opposed to with you guys, because otherwise kind of takes the point out of it, really. We're skipping frames. Stop skipping frames. Skipping frames. Right, I'll be back at the draft. Lundqvist for my #1 pick. Yes, Lundqvist. Henrik Lundqvist. Or is it Lindqvist? Ah, this is the thing. Do we all have... No, you guys don't have to mock draft. I'm just thinking of mock drafting myself. You guys don't have to worry about mock drafting. You can just watch if you want. But when the actual draft comes around in an hour's time, that's when you need to be there. Oh, and we also hit 2,500 subscribers these last few days. So thank you very much, guys, for helping me reach 2,500 subs. That's really awesome. We are really getting there. Yes, the league is head-to-head. Head-to-head points is the way that we're doing it. This is going to be great. Looking forward to it. So, we're still missing one of those owners, guys. Anybody that's actually making a team at the moment, Malcolm Subban is my starter. No, I don't think you will, bud. Don't worry. Congrats on that milestone. Thanks, Chaos, bro. I appreciate it, dude. People that are making a team at the moment, first of all, you've got 4 minutes. And second of all, are you trying to join and it's not letting you? Or have you not got to that point yet? I just want to make sure everybody that wants to be in it gets the chance. I don't really want to postpone the draft at all. So if it comes to past and it's not full, then I'm going to have to put a cutoff. I want to make sure everybody gets in, but yeah, I don't know. And congrats for 2K. Thank you very much, man. I'm going to try and play for GB this year in ball hockey. How should I make a good impression? That's awesome, man. That's really cool. Well, I hope it goes well for you, bud. Good luck. How should I make a good impression? Turn up and do your job. I mean, that's the one thing. Apart from being talented at something, this is a bit of life advice with Odd Man Rush. Right, right, are you ready, guys? So, you can have all the talent in the world, but if you're not a very nice person, and I'm not saying you are at all, don't get me wrong, this is just a general comment. If you're not a very nice person, or you're just, like, awkward with people, or you're selfish or anything like that, you're not going to get anywhere. Or you're not going to reach the potential that you have, you know? So, what I would say is, just turn up, do your job, and don't cause any unnecessary drama or problems. Like, turn up, do your job. Because then, when anyone like criticizes you, like, oh well, you did your job and you were nice, and then they've got nothing to stand on, you know, and you've won. Imagine me as Doug from Goom. That's all I'm for. Well, there you go. There you go. Just stick up for your team. Be a team player. In hockey, you can't be selfish. Because 9 times out of 10, it doesn't work. Yeah, that's pretty much... That's life advice with Odd Man Rush. Take it or leave it. I give the advice. It's up to you whether you want to use it or not. So, has anybody else joined? You have exactly 1 minute. Or 2 minutes. 1 or 2 minutes. Good luck. Doug was nice. Doug was a very nice human being. And he stuck up for his teammates. And he kind of gave a load of concussions at the same time. So, he was basically the perfect person. Excited for this. Sorry for spamming. That's alright, PlushTuber. No worries, man. No worries. So we managed to unlock custom emojis. I might actually take a look at that in a minute. See if we have anything going on there. Might do that while we wait for a little while. So I haven't dropped any frames. That's good. We've had a couple of frames. We've had skipped frames. We haven't had dropped frames. Oh, I feel like I need to burp now. This hot chocolate, though. Oh, so good. I had an After Eight hot chocolate a few days ago. Some of you might not know what After Eights are, but it's basically like mints. They're like chocolate with like a mint paste inside. They are really nice. And this hot chocolate was bloody amazing. It was literally like drinking After Eights. Which, you know, like some of these different things. Oh no, you don't add players, Oliver. Just join. You don't add players. The player. That's why we're doing the draft. Oh, so. For those of you who don't know, the draft is essentially to get our players. That's why we're doing the draft, because none of these teams have any players at the moment. I just need you to join, bud, because otherwise we got a problem. Unless it doesn't let you... this will be interesting. So I don't know if I'd be allowed. Oh, that's a shame, Jared, man. I'm sure you'd be allowed if you wanted to. What, to join Fantasy? I don't think you have to be 18 plus, do you, for Fantasy? Will we see the return of the London Lions in NHL 19? Probably not. We've got the... what's it called? We've got the... Jesus, it was 9-1 between Cardiff and Milton Keynes. Whew! Then the Dundee Stars beat Fife 3-2. That's not too bad. What was I going to say? We've got the something. I don't know. Have you noticed that I have a lot of ideas in my head and then like half of them I never actually get to the end of them? That's me. The league is not full and your draft has not been scheduled. Ah! I created a team called the London Rocking Bucks. It's a very interesting name. So do we need to schedule our draft then? That's really annoying. Ollie, that's your fault. I'm pinning this entirely on you. You are the one to blame. God damn it. Am I going to have to schedule it for 9:45? That's really annoying. Right, let's just give it a refresh and see what happens. I knew the 1 hour cutoff point would be too much for some of you. Disgraceful. So do we actually have 16 teams? How do I join your league? 1 moment. Deleted draft time. No draft scheduled. Right, we're going to schedule it for Q2. We're going to schedule it for 9:45. Ollie, you better get your bloody team in this league. Oh my god. Disappointing. So, snake draft, that's all fine. When's the draft time? Draft setting can be changed until 1 hour before the... In order to... what? Till 1 hour before the scheduled start time. In order for your draft to take place, all team owners must be joined by the scheduled start time. I want to change the time. Right, yeah, league settings. Oh, here we go. Draft date. Today. Please. Draft time. 9:45. Okay. Save changes. So, you now have 13 minutes. Ugh. Ugh. So, 9:45 is the draft time. You are welcome. Jesus. So, Ollie, get your ass in this fantasy league. Jared, you want to join as well, bud? Please make sure you join before 8:45. Please. I'll let you join. I'll let you join. Because I want to have as many people as possible. I would like there to be an even amount of players, though. But, I mean, yeah. Right, okay. Basic settings. I've changed the amount of players so many times. Right, the stress of running a league. Tell me about it, man. 17 players. There you go. Right, 17 players. Save the changes. We're good. Stop skipping frames. I live in the Pacific time zone. What time would I be joining at? So you're 8 hours behind Pacific, right? So make sure you... Basically, at 45 past the hour, make sure that you've joined, please. Right, okay. I'm going to sip some more hot chocolate, and we'll be good. Right, Ollie, get your ass in this. Come on, son. It's easy. Come on, son. I want to see that go up to 16 out of 17, and I know that'll be you, boy. 15 out of 16. Okay, we're good. Right. Okay, Frank Gore has passed. Oh, all-time career rushing yards. That's cool. So, we've got 17 teams. Rectro Pop. I thought that said Retro Poop. Oh, that shows what I've been thinking about at the moment, doesn't it, folks? Just how poop this is going. I like the Stormzy We Trust, by the way. Very nice. I'm in. Good. Finally, Ollie. You see the things I do for you? Oh, you've only been here on the channel for a bloody week. You see, this is the things I do for my newbies. How are you in? There's only 15 teams in. Have you done something wrong? I feel like you've done something wrong. So, yeah, add a team. Oh, no, you are. Clarky's Infants. Love it. How many points should I get this season? League is 12 games. 45. 45 points. I got to go, but I'll come back later. No worries, man. No worries. Yes, Chris, the draft time has changed by 15 minutes because somebody took too long. You do me favours, I buy the merch. There you go. Simple as. So, we've got 15 teams in at the moment. Come on, people. I'm checking it quite regularly, as you can tell. Join. Is anybody in the process of joining? Right, I want to take a look at the teams. Opposing teams. So the teams we have at the moment. The Portsmouth Pirates. Webcast Please Nottingham. Yes, Chris. The Nottingham Outlaws. The Nottingham Redhawks. The Croatian Jets, which I quite like. Stanley Yelnerts. The Shaw Billionaires. The Beanheads. I like the Beanheads. The Nottingham Yeet. The Toronto Thunderbirds. The Denver Sports Team. Hab Suck, don't know. Or don't they know? I don't know. Clarky's Infants, the Pyongyang Sucklords, Team 17 and Team 18, who haven't had a bloody team yet. Oh, and there's me as well, Oddman Rash. I don't know the options for your league. I can send you the link if you want, bud. I'll send you the link again. The link's going back in the chat to join. There you go. I feel like I'm missing something. The draft is basically 15 minutes later. It's at 9:45. So don't worry about it. I might be able to put it back to 9:30. Once the league is full. I'm not sure. I don't really know how this bit works. But if it comes to like 43 past and the thing isn't full, I'm taking out those extra teams. We're doing the draft at 9:45. Whether you're in or not, we're doing the draft at 9:45. Stop skipping frames. 22% of the frames. I don't know why. While I'm watching this while I'm doing this. That's nice. Thanks for sharing. Go Thunderbirds. Nah, go Odd Man Rush. Odd Man Rush. Odd Man Rush. He's the best. Better than the rest. Hey, 16 of 17 teams. We're getting there, guys. Currently waiting and watching Back to the Future. Well, some of us aren't so lucky. Some of us have to sit here while bloody fans take forever to make fantasy teams. Hey, Jared's joined. Nice. Welcome, Jared. I'm dedicated to waiting for my Malcolm Subban. Fair enough. Oh. Trying to kill myself. That's not very smart. Go suck, Lords. Oh, I love it. Excuse me. So I'm just refreshing it like every 2 seconds at the moment. I just want to see that go full. I want to see that we've got, what is it, 17 out of 17 teams? Hey, there we go. 17 out of 17 bloody teams. Does anybody want to be the 18th team? Right. Oh, we're getting some smack talk going in the background. Big Mum Pants. That's a lovely name. Ah, Retropop's joined. Awesome, bud. So, just so you know, there will be no upload going out tonight. Yeah. So it's going out tonight. No upload going out tonight because we're doing this. I can't spoil you guys too much. I've also... Right, okay, here's a chance to chat about something. So I have an idea for a new series on my channel, right? And I want to kind of know what you guys think. Let me just talk some smack. There you go. So there's a new channel idea that I've got. Essentially, it's looking at different trophies and cups around the hockey world that teams or players can win. And essentially looking at their origins and some of the interesting facts about them. So, what do you guys think? I'm thinking about doing the Victoria Cup for my first episode, which is a bit of an obscure one, but that's kind of the reason why I'm doing that. So let me know if you're interested in something like that. I've got an idea for the first episode. So if you can't, it's kind of more of that like history stuff that I like doing. So, pardon me. So if that's something that you're in, like you sound interested in watching, then let me know in the chat. Also, I'm thinking about doing another one of those. Please don't report me. Please don't report me, because otherwise you're going to get this league shut down. Please. Please, guys. Another thing I'm thinking of doing some more of those like hockey history videos. You know, I did the Quebec Nordiques and the New York Americans. So I'm thinking about doing another episode. I've got an idea for another team. Way back when, in like the 30s and 40s. I just love looking at like the history of stuff. I've always been really into history, and I've always been really into hockey. So the two of them go quite nicely together. I've got to admit. So if you're interested in that, let me know as well. Sorry, just got to reply to a text. Oh yeah, of course, because all of you guys are back at school and stuff now, aren't you? Yeah, like for example, the Minnesota North Stars. I could do one on the Minnesota North Stars as well. You know? So yeah, like just let me know what you guys think. The history of Thompson excuse book. Of course. Yeah, so is there anybody else? Yeah, anybody else want to join the Fantasy League? You've got 4 minutes. I think we'll leave it at 17 teams. I think we may as well. Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do. I'm just double checking like what's going on with the I'm using a slightly different software for this stream, and it seems to be alright. But if you guys are enjoying me sitting here mumbling for the last 40 minutes, do feel free to hit that subscribe button. Not all of my streams or videos are like this. This is a bit of an outlier compared to quite a lot of them, actually. Yeah, this is a bit of a different one where I'm just kind of sitting here waiting and not really doing much. Is it possible to draft Mark Hubertise? No. Unfortunately not. It's only NHL players. So, you can only draft NHL players. I have a whole fantasy hockey magazine. Me too. And I read about half of it. And it was fun. Right. Oh, okay. There we go. Sorry, just answering another text. How rude of me. Can we draft Ty Ronning? Maybe. Chris, have you been broken into again? Yeah. Hey, well, Chris, I think you can answer that one, mate. I ain't got nothing to do with that one. I only just got home from... I don't know. Well, I might have been. I don't know. Right, so we're going to be doing this league with 17 teams. That means one team is going to get the week off the first week, which is a bit of a shame. Please don't be me. Please don't be me that has the bye week in week 1. That would really suck for me. Like, somebody's got to have it, obviously. I just hope it isn't me. September 16th, draft at 1:45 PM for you. Yeah, because Pacific time is 8 hours behind. So yeah, that would be right. That would be right. My Premier in-room wasn't broken into. That's all I can say. Well, that's good then. No 18. Well, if first of all, there isn't somebody that wants to be the 18th team. And second of all, I'd have to postpone the draft another 15 minutes at the other end in order to get in an 18th team. So we've already had to postpone it by 15 minutes already. I'm not doing it again. I mean, the first time, that might have been a little bit on me because I gave you guys half an hour to set up. This time, it's on you. Like, if you don't make it in, it's on you. Wonderful. So, yeah, just the bottles of water and crisps. So, yeah, like I said before, feel free to subscribe, feel free to donate, feel free to super chat, feel free to, become a member. That's what we can look at. We can look at channel memberships. Let's do it. You said that there's 4 minutes until you shut down the sign up for the league. Well, there's only 1 minute left. So, I think we're good. I think we're good with 17 teams. That means we'll have, 8v8. Ah, yeah, it's going to lag now, isn't it? I didn't think about that. Let's just load up this. Sellout. You know it. I mean, surely I'd be a sellout if people actually bought the stuff. Which most of the time you don't. Which is fine. Like, I don't care. Like, what I like to do on this channel is I like to put it out there so that if you guys are like, yeah, okay, I want to do it. I want to help you out. Then fine. But if you don't, I'm not going to be like, you don't support this channel. I don't give a shit. Do what you want. What do I want to look at? Community. Channel memberships. May have been by part of my English breakfast. Hi. Nice. Here we go. So, loyalty badges have been unlocked. Custom emojis. Come on. Custom emoji. Let's take a look. We should have unlocked one. Upload your first emoji. Okay. Oh, I have to go through all that process, do I? Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this bit, can you? No, you can't. Interesting. So I'm gonna upload, let's make it, let's make it, can we make it the logo? Let's try this. Ah, you got it. Yeah, alright, okay. So I need to make a custom emoji that's smaller than 1 megabyte. Interesting. Okay. We'll look at loyalty badges, though. One channel member. 1 month. Ah, so we can have 1 month, 2 months, 6 months. Ah, so you can get different badges for how long you've been part of the membership. That's pretty cool. I quite like that. That's quite nice, actually. I approve. What on earth is this? What the hell is that? Oh, right. Fantasy draft. The draft room for something is something. What did that say? By the way, you should get the ESPN Fantasy app if you're interested. Oh, it's now open. Okay, so the draft room is now open. Wonderful. Okay, let's take a look at that then. Let's just do that. Okay. Right, so let's just leave that. We'll probably be able to look at it on here. Just letting it load. Your league is drafting live now. I mean, it's not. Ah, okay. So we have the different scoreboards. Yeah, okay, right. So let's join my draft. I don't think it's in process, is it? Can't beat a full English. Ah, I had a full English, like... I had my first full English breakfast since coming back to Canada this last week. Oh, but it's lovely. Are we drafting already? We shouldn't be drafting already. We shouldn't be drafting already. Stop skipping frames, please. Let's take a look. Let's just let this load up first. Trump's fake wife. That's an interesting team name. Sorry if it's a bit slow or anything. Right, okay. So, yeah, so we're drafting in 50 minutes. Okay. Perfect. That sounds right to me. So do I have the first pick? I specifically said, like, don't... I said randomize it before the start of the draft. But it looks like... Okay. Interesting. Strange. Oh, there's news on some of these players. That's cool. I've got the #1 pick. Rigged. It literally had me at the first pick before, and I was like, no, automize it before we start. Wow. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't actually want to do that. Okay. Sorry, it's got another message. So, yeah, we're going to be drafting in 56 minutes. Can we just not start it now? That would make life so much easier for us. This is the mock draft. Yeah, this is the mock draft. Don't know how many people we've actually got here. So, let's just see how many rounds it is. How do we see how many rounds? So can we just, like, move it this way? Nah, it doesn't look like it. So pick 1. This is pick 2 for Stanley Yelnats. Draft Malcolm Subban first. No. So, pick history. Rules. So, teams in League 17. So, for our roster, you need to have 9 forwards, 5 defence, 2 goaltenders, 1 utility player, and 5 bench players. So, I believe all of the players that aren't bench players will earn you points in your matchups. I think you can change them between each game. So, I'm not quite sure, if I'm honest. So these are how this. Let me say it again. This is how the scoring works. So if a skater scores a shorthanded goal, it gets you 2 points on your week. If they score a standard goal, it's 3 points. Power play points 1. An assist is 2 points. Penalty minutes is 0 points. So you don't get any points for penalty minutes. I think that makes sense in this scenario. For the goaltenders, a goal against, you don't get anything. If they win, you get 5 points. Excuse me. Saves, don't get any points. And shutouts, you get 3 points. Post the link, it's being weird for me. 1 second. So the player universe is the NHL. Observe, undroppable players list, yes. Trade limit, there's no limit to trade. So you can make trades between different teams if you want to. If there's a player that you wanted, that you perhaps were interested in picking up for a little while, or you see them on a bit of a rise. So we can make trades between the 17 teams in the league. Trade deadline is February 22nd at 5 PM. Trade review period 2 days. So you have 2 days to have a look and see what's going on. Votes required to veto a trade. So everybody else gets told in the league that a trade has been made. And if we go, hang on a minute, that's an example of somebody trying to take a player, like trying to make a really awful trade that's stacked in their favour, then 4 other players in the league can go, no, that's not fair, you can't do that, and then the trade gets stopped. There's no limit to the amount of acquisitions, and there are waiver periods as well. So if you want to drop players off your team, you can put them on waivers, and I think it takes a day, then you should be able to go pick up somebody else. So that's pretty cool. So there's 17 teams in the league. League manager, do we need that? Allow owners that have disconnected to remain off auto pick until the time allowed for their pick has expired. Well, you've only got 90 seconds, so a minute and a half to make picks in this. This is a very quick fire situation going on here. Yeah, so there is the ESPN Fantasy Hockey app if you want to do it on your phone or tablet or anything else. Feel free to go on that and pick players as well. I don't want to look at the roster of Stanley now. I just want to look at my roster. My roster's the best. So the way to do this is find players that put up points. You don't want the players... For example, I've done quite a lot of DraftKings in the past. And one way that they do it is by... they'll do, like, blocked shots and shots on goal. There'll be... A blocked shot will get you, like, 0.5, like, half of a point. And a shot on goal will get you, like, 0.2 of a point. A save by a goalie will get you 0.2 of a point. Like, stuff like that. And I think hits might get you, some sort of points as well. However, this rule set isn't doing that. So you basically want to go for players that score goals or put up assists and goalies that will win games and not give up too many goals. So you want goaltenders that are good, that have good defenses in front of them. That's another thing to keep an eye on. And forwards that put up a lot of points. So, for example, you don't want... Or skaters that put up a lot of points. So, for example, you don't want a Chris Russell, even though he blocks a shit ton of shots. You don't want him because he doesn't put up many points. Ah, this hot chocolate. I mean, it's now kind of like a lukewarm chocolate, but it's still quite nice. Salary cap. I don't believe there's a salary cap. I think it's just a case of pick the players that you want. So, yeah, we're not actually drafting yet. So it's very important to make sure that you have the right amount of players. So you need at least 9 forwards, at least 5 defensemen, at least 2 goaltenders. I would probably suggest go for 3 goaltenders because then you have, for example, if one of them gets injured or if both of them gets injured, you need a backup goaltender. Or if they're playing the backup that day, you want to be able to join in, you know? So, yeah, I would definitely say go with 3 goalies. I mean, that's just what I'd suggest. You don't have to do it, obviously. Then you've got 9 forwards, 5 defense. So you have 6 utility players. 6 extra players. The bench, yeah. So I believe the players on your bench, if you leave them on the bench at that point, they don't contribute to... they don't contribute to your points that week. So, for example, if you end up putting a player that hasn't been doing very well these last few weeks, you stick him on the bench, and then he ends up having the best week of the season, you're not going to get those points, which kind of sucks, but it means you've got to be smart and keep an eye out on everything. Keep an eye out on all the players that you've got and the players in the league and everything like that. So, with those 6 players, the utility and the bench players, I would suggest that you get... Well, you could go, an extra forward line, so have 12 forwards, get another defenseman, make it 6 defensemen. That's 4 of them done? An extra goaltender, and then there's a 13th forward. Or an extra defenseman. So you could go 4 forward lines worth of forwards, 3 defensive pairs worth of defensemen, starter, backup, and 3rd string goalies. And then have 1 player left to either get another forward defenseman or thingy. You know what I mean. So your last star you plush. So that means you'll have the last pick in the first round, but then the first pick in the second round. So basically, I will pick first overall, but then I have the last pick of next round. So I have the first pick and then the 34th pick. So I have a big gap between my picks. The best place to actually be, I would say, in a draft like this is in the middle. Like, somewhere like 8th, 9th, or 10th. Because you're always going to be guaranteed that sort of pick the whole time. Which I think that's good. That's what I'd prefer. Lovely. But yeah, how's everyone doing at the moment? Are we eagerly anticipating the start of the draft? Patrick Mahoney... right, I'm going to check the NFL scores while I'm here. Just curious. Just upgraded to, like, 3rd best. Pfft. Everyone knows I'm at least, like, 12th best. Oh, wow, the Jets are actually coming back in their game. Wow, they've managed to get 12 points in it. What was that? What just came up on my screen? What was that? Oh, right. Okay, I don't care about that. Yeah, so the Jets have managed to actually pick up some points. They were 20-0 down after the first half. It's 20-12 now with 3 minutes left in the game. In the 4th quarter. I put earlier, I'm waiting to draft Marchand. Look who's 7th. Hey, the infants. The Falcons are beating the Panthers. I thought they might. The Chargers are beating the Bills. The Packers are beating the Vikings. The Saints are just about beating the Browns by 3 points, but that game's almost over. The Chiefs are beating the Steelers. The Buccaneers are beating the Eagles. The Titans are just about beating the Texans. The Colts are beating the Redskins. That's about it. Mark Scheifele from your Winnipeg Jets. The Jets suck. Yeah, well, the New York Jets suck. Yeah, definitely. I mean, they did destroy the Detroit Lions last season. Right. Okay. Right, so, let's take a look at the players available. So with the first overall pick, of course, I have a very big choice here. Do I go for young phenom Connor McJesus? Because, I mean, the 34th pick, can I look a little bit further down? The 34th pick is going to be Anze Kopitar. I mean, he had a pretty good season last year, to be fair. But that's the interesting thing. My next best pick is going to be Anze Kopitar, provided the top 34 players go. You guys might have, for example, some of you might want to get a starting goaltender out the gate. I think that's a very good strategy, to be fair. Or you might want to get a solid defenseman like a Carlson or a Brent Burns. They're probably going to end up playing on the same defensive pair. So, I mean, I wouldn't blame you, to be honest. Like, I think it's going to be very interesting to see who picks who. I am leaning towards McJesus. Can we let McDavid go 9th? I am probably going to get McDavid. I mean, he had the most points. He's had the most points 2 straight seasons. And some of the guys at training camp are like, he's going to be incredible this season. Brent Burns is 20th on the list. I want to see where Carlson is. Where's Carlson? Erik Karlsson is 42nd. Okay, so I have the chance to pick up Erik Karlsson. The only thing is, he did have a decent season last year, but the only problem is he's now moved to San Jose, so there's a big question on like what's going to happen there. And my answer is I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Plush Tuber, did you manage to get in, by the way, bud? Denver Sports Team is the only one that's not in at the moment. No worries if you're not. But you might want to get in and make sure. So, who's going to be available from... So, Anze Kopitar onwards. I guess who I'm picking first. You're probably going to pick Ovi. Oh, actually, no, you'll probably pick Crosby first, to be fair. Crosby is a pretty fair guess, to be honest. Like, that's a pretty good pick, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, you got in, you're the Thunderbirds. It must be... Who's Denver Sports Team? I just want to make sure everybody gets in. I mean, you've got plenty of time. You've got 45 minutes. So... Kopitar, Rene. I probably won't go Rene, although I will need a starting goaltender. Interesting. John Gibson. He just signed a monster contract. So, 34. Then I have the 35th pick, actually, won't I? Oh, yes, of course. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I could... Yeah, of course, I'll have 2 back-to-back picks. So, okay, I think I'm starting to get an idea of what I'm going to do. I'm going to probably go for McDavid with my first pick. Like, let's be honest. Go with McDavid for my first pick. Then I've got the 34th and 35th picks. I'll either probably go Karlsson or Subban for my... Owen, we get it. You're joining and leaving. We get it, dude. It's okay. I'll probably go either Subban or Karlsson for my second pick. Then the third pick, I've got Rene, Hellebuck, Jonathan Quick might be a good one as well. I mean, you can mess up my strategy. Like, yeah, feel free. Mess up my strategy if you want. It just means that you'll just leave a more likely better player open for me to take with one of my other picks or for somebody else to take. Like, I'm going for the win here, guys. No sympathy here in the fantasy field. Might take Snake Panarin. Ooh. People that have just joined that want to enter the draft. Unfortunately, you've had... I've been streaming now for an hour. And more teams joining would mean I'd have to postpone the draft again, which I've already had to do once, so I'm not really that interested in doing that. I might make a second fantasy draft league if there's enough people interested in it. But no, we're gonna stick with 17 teams for this season. Oh yeah, Nathan McKinnon's a good choice as well. He had a breakout year last year, didn't he? This is going to be a very interesting draft. Martin Jones. Yeah, actually, that's a good call, actually. That's a very good call. Martin Jones would be a solid pickup. Where is he? Let's just check. Jones. Martin Jones. Where is he placed? 80th. Okay. I probably won't go for him, but yeah, that's a really, really good option, actually, considering he's got some fantastic defensemen in front of him. He's got Vlasic, Karlsson, and Brent Burns in front of him. And supposedly, Karlsson's going to be signing a 7-year, 8-year contract extension, which is pretty crazy. Nothing has been officially announced, but that's supposedly what's going to happen. That's pretty interesting. Ah, what a lovely hot chocolate. Yum, yum in my tum. Just checking the NFL scores again. Oh, yeah, so the NHL preseason started today, didn't it? I forgot about that. So the Jets, they still have time. 3rd and 19 for the Dolphins at the New York Jets 45. Wow. But if they stop that, and if they get the extra point conversion, if they manage to get back into the end zone, then the Jets might be back in the game. Which is pretty good going. So, the scores from today's preseason games. The Islanders beat the Flyers 3-0, and the Bruins beat the Capitals 2-1 in a shootout. So, Bellows scored for the Islanders, Cal Clutterbuck scored for the Islanders, and Sebastian Aho. Not the Carolina Hurricanes Sebastian Aho, the other Sebastian Aho managed to score as well. So, Matthew Barzal with an assist, as well as Eberle. It was 25 shots to 17 in favour of the Islanders. Then we had the Bruins-Capitals game. Lorco scored for the Bruins. Brett Connolly scored for the Caps. And Danton Heinonen scored in the shootout to give the Bruins their second straight shootout victory. Because they won in China, didn't they? Then we've got the Coyotes and the Golden Knights playing a preseason game at 1 o'clock in the morning. San Jose 100% won that trade. I think everyone in the hockey community froze. Oh, they definitely froze. Whether they won it or not, I don't know. That's a very interesting question. I mean, we'll be talking about it more on the podcast tomorrow. We've got a lot of NHL topics to be looking at for the thing tomorrow. Believe me, maybe more than you know what I mean. What am I saying? How many rounds there in the draft? I believe there's 22 rounds because each team needs 22 players. Yeah. 10, 92, yeah, 22. So there's 22 rounds of the draft. And you only have 90 seconds. You only have a minute and a half to make each of your picks. So a minute and a half times 70. So a minute and a half. So we'll go 90 seconds times 17 picks times 22 rounds divided by 60. It's going to take about 561 minutes. Divide that by 60. No, that's not right. I don't know. I don't know. It shouldn't take that long, is what I'm saying. Shouldn't take a huge amount of time. I'm hoping it doesn't take a huge amount of time. Because I think people are starting to get an idea of who they want to draft now. By the way, did you watch the Bruins versus the Flames in China? Yes, I did. It started at 7:30 our time. I've had a problem since I've come back from Canada, and it's probably because I haven't had a huge amount to do since I've come back, that I'm going to bed at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning every night, and waking up at like 10 or 11. It's really bad. I shouldn't be doing it. But I'm trying to sort it out now, but there you go. And yeah, they played at 7:30. I set an alarm to wake up at 7 o'clock to watch it at 7:30. I woke up and then went back to sleep straight away, so that didn't work out too well. Then I left my alarm on overnight, and then it woke me up again this morning, and I fell asleep again. So it's just not going very well, is it, guys? Andrei Vasilevsky, Vasilevsky is how you pronounce it. He could be an interesting pickup. Oh, what's this? No, the Dolphins did beat the Jets 2012. Fair enough. Yeah, so nothing much really happening here at the moment. We've got just over half an hour until the draft takes place. Wow, Alexander Ovechkin had 50 goals last season. Whew. Damn, son. Right, then we've got Kucherov had a great season last year. He had 100 points, didn't he? 102 points? 80... No, he had 94 points. Sorry, I thought he had a 100-point season. I'm not quite sure why. Wow, 32 power play points as well. Who had the most power play points? Sidney Crosby and Claude Giroux were tied for the most power play points. So power play points get you 2 points, I believe. Al Montoya last place with none. Ugh, disgraceful. So the most goals last season, of course, was Ovi. And then Laine with only 4 behind. Austin Matthews with 42 goals last season. That's not too bad. You got more goals than Conor McDavid did, but Conor McDavid had like 1 billion assists. So fair play. In the assist category, of course, it was Conor McJesus, Matthew Barzal, Blake Wheeler, Jakub Voracek, so they get you some points as well. Short-handed goals, they get you points. Eric Howler with the most goals. Wow, doubled up the next highest person. That's pretty impressive. 6 short-handed goals for Eric Howler. Oh, Austin Watson. We're going to talk about you tomorrow, mate. Oh, that's a bit awkward. In terms of wins for goaltenders, Vasilevsky was first. Holtby, Hellebuck, and Frederik Andersen were tied. Wow, Frederik Andersen's going at 105. That is a good pick. I think Frederik Andersen, he is a workhorse for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I think that's brilliant. That is pretty brilliant. Frederik Andersen, I might actually look at him. That is a nice pickup. Henrik Lundqvist had an alright season. 195th overall, I'm not surprised, to be fair. Goals against, who had the most goals against? Frederik Andersen, unfortunately. Whilst he got a load of wins, he had a 40-win season, he allowed the most goals in the NHL. Cam Talbot, Andrei Vasilevsky, surprisingly, had the 3rd most goals against in the entire league. In fairness, he did play a shit ton of games. But, wow, that's pretty poo. Connor Hellebuck, yeah, so out of the 3 Vezina Trophy finalists, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, so 2 of them were in the top 5 for most goals against, and Braden Holtby was all the way down in 12th. That's pretty interesting. Shutouts on the season, Andrei Vasilevsky led the league with 7 shutouts, Fleury with 6, Rene Anderson with 6 as well. And what's this? Average draft position. Oh, average draft position, okay. This is fantasy points this season? Yeah, yeah, or are these expected numbers? Oh, these are projected numbers, my bad. Oh, okay. No, well, they're the same as these ones, aren't they? Yeah, no, they're not. My bad. Okay, so these are the projected points. Didn't quite see that. My bad. Everything else good. Yep, by the looks of it. Double checking. So 22 minutes ago, we had some skip frames. That's fine. Maybe we kind of got past that. Yeah, so I apologise if this is a bit boring while we wait. We've got about 34 minutes left. We're almost halfway there to seeing the draft take place. Been streaming for over an hour now, and nothing much has happened. Well, we've added 7 new teams to the list, which is pretty cool. But other than that, yeah, we haven't really done much. Okay. So who's everybody wanting to pick with their first overall pick, or with their first pick? So we have me at first, we have Stanley Yelnats, Felix at second, we have the Nottingham Redhawks at third, we have the Nottingham Outlaws at fourth, we have Denver Sports Team, who are currently auto-picking, at fifth, we have the Beanheads at 6, we have Clarky's Infants at 7, we have Hab Suck Do KO as pick number 8, we have the Pyongyang Sucklord as number 9, Nottingham Yeet as number 10, we have the Webcast Please Nottingham as 11, we have the Portsmouth Pirates as 12, the Duncan PlayStations as 13, the Croatian Jets at 14, the Shaw Billionaires at 15, the Trump's Fake Wife at 16, and the Toronto Thunderbirds at number 17. Evgeny Malkin, that's a pretty interesting pickup. Yeah, he's ranked number 9 by the looks of it. Oh, so this is what we want. Yeah, rank. Yeah, rank is the best way we want to do it, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, you have 90 seconds to make your pick, so we can add these players onto a queue. So you can make a list of players that you want to choose and make that queue, which is quite good. I'm probably not going to do it, or I might make a queue of a few of them. Yeah, this is my pick queue, isn't it? Yeah, and then the actual roster's over there. I don't know, something like that. Philip Forsberg, that's a good choice at number 13. And you have the 13th pick, so yeah, that could well happen. So these are the numbers they're predicted to get. So they're predicting Connor McDavid to have 111 points. They're predicting Ovi to have 87 points. Predicting Crosby to have 88 points. It's decent. Don't know why. Or a Bruin. Don't know why, but a Bruin. Fair enough. Yeah, if you want to go for a Bruin, dude, go for it. Follow your dreams. Follow your heart. And you will achieve anything. I've had a pretty decent viewership this whole stream as well, which is quite interesting, considering we've done, like, fuck all, to put it lightly. I will not be drafting Henrik Lundqvist first overall. Don't you worry, folks. I will not be drafting Henrik Lundqvist first. That is not going to happen. Why is my clock like 8 seconds ahead of yours? No idea. I mean, 8 seconds really isn't going to make a huge difference at this moment in time, considering we've got 32 minutes until the draft is ready. Yeah, so hope everybody's having fun. Hope everybody's having a good time. Because we're kind of sitting here doing nothing. So the Steelers' Twitter account posted 18 minutes ago, a night of individual errors, sloppy play and ill discipline are the major flaws signified by the coach. Tomo once again thanks the supporters for travelling and cheering on the boys. Ah, that's nice. Panthers win, that's good. These are all the ones that I've missed, isn't it? I don't need the ones that I've missed. Oh yeah, training camp stuff. Let's have a look. Yeah, so the final score was 5-1 against MK. Mine's 25 seconds ahead. Mine's at 31-29. Well, I mean, it's not going to make a huge amount of difference. Please keep... I was looking at a tweet from 5 Points Vids. Oh, that's really nice. Sorry, I'm just looking at Twitter now. I mean, you guys can't see what I'm looking at, so... you know. Yep. Okay. Okay. Wunderbar. Anyway, let's carry on. So, the Panthers must be at the top of the Elite League now, right? The Nottingham Panthers? They should be. Honestly, Paddy Kane might be a really sick pick at 14. Yeah, I mean, he's predicted to have, what, 89 points? Yeah, 89 points on the season. That's a solid pick for number 14, to be fair. Such a great stream. The streamer is on his phone. Yeah, you know it. I'm a true professional here on the Odd Man Rush YouTube channel. When it starts, rather than relying on the stream. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Don't rely on the stream. Don't rely on the stream. Oh, yeah, that's probably why. Yours is probably, the stream is delayed compared to you guys in real life. It's not an exact one-for-one. The hot chocolate was absolutely lovely. I've basically finished it now. Yeah, it's pretty much done, as you can see. Ooh. Don't know why I did that, but there you go. You are welcome. Yeah, so, almost there, guys. Got about 30 minutes to go. We're over halfway. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. I just want it to start. I just wanted to start. Oh. I'm just so ready for it to begin. What else is going on in the life of Odd Man? You probably don't care though, do you? What else do you want to talk about? Yeah, so I've got some ideas for the, yeah, I've got some ideas for some future episodes. I've got several Whatever Happened To's, there. Yeah, by the way, as you see in the chat, if you wish to donate to the channel, the link is there in the chat. It's streamlabs.com/oddmanrush. You can also go there, I believe, to buy some merch. You don't have to, of course. I completely understand if you can't or don't want to. For whatever reason, you don't have any money. You're busy. That's fine. But honestly, I really, really don't care. I mean, I'd like it if you did, but it's fine. I get it. Give us a teaser on the next Whatever Happened To. A teaser on the next Whatever Happened To. Well, I've got a couple of them written. We can either go for a Calder Cup champion of the past and 3-time Stanley Cup champion. 3-time? Two-time. Three-time or two-time. He's won the cup at least twice, I know that much. Or we can go for a former 30-goal scorer in the league. It's up to you. Who made quite a good name for himself. Out west, I'll say. So, yeah, those are the teasers. I'm not going to tell you who it is. Kind of ruins the episode. You need to send me tomorrow's... Yeah, Chris, that's it. I was just thinking of that. I will send them to you. I will start writing them out and sending them to you immediately after the stream. But I think that makes the most sense. Oh, so another 27 minutes left to go. I'm just watching this tick down like, please help me. I downloaded a few games off the Xbox One Game Pass today. I downloaded Hitman Season 1. I've already got it on the PC on Steam, but it has a couple of frame rate issues sometimes on my PC version, so gonna play and do some achievement hunting on there, which will be fun. Also downloaded, Quantum Break. I never actually played Quantum Break when it first came out, and it was one of the big like Xbox One exclusives that didn't really do so well in terms of like sales and popular opinion. I heard it was an alright game, but it wasn't a groundbreaking or an amazing game. So I'm gonna give that a go and see what that's like. And I also downloaded Avon Colony, I believe. Yeah, I downloaded Avon Colony, which is basically like it's like City Skylines, but like it's futuristic, and it's like Sim City more like than City Skylines is incredibly detailed. I haven't actually played Avon Colony, but it's like humans on other worlds, and you have to like help them survive and stuff, which is pretty cool. Sea of Thieves, no, I have not played Sea of Thieves since like the week it came out. Played it on the Game Pass. I did everything you could do basically in the game, and I was like, nope, I am good, thank you. I am absolutely fine. That was a fun game for the first hour or two. And then, like with No Man's Sky, you realise that first hour or two was the entirety of the game. And you were like, oh, that's not fun. Rainbow Six Siege, I did used to play a fair amount of Rainbow Six Siege. I was never very good at it online. Yeah, I was never really that impressive at it. It was fun. I quite liked it. I'm not very good at like super ultra competitive games, like esports games. I've never really been interested in stuff like that. To me, that would take all the fun out of the game, because you'd want to be the best, and like chances are you wouldn't be. And then it's just ultra competitive. I mean, esports is a very interesting thing. It's not exactly my cup of tea, esports. I don't really watch it. I don't really see the buzz around it. I mean, for some games, yeah. I mean, for sports games, maybe. I've never really watched any sports game streams. I really wasn't interested in the NHL 18 one. I was like, nah, I'm absolutely fine. I do not have to watch this, and my life will be fine. I can understand why sports might do quite well, because it's got that competitive edge already, and they can comment on actual plays and actual goals that are scored. I'm not trying to like bash esports at all. I think esports is pretty cool. I think the fact that video games, they're such a big part of pop culture nowadays. Like, they're not just that cheesy gimmick that only nerds play or only losers play. Like, video games are part of the norm nowadays, which I think is great. As a video game fan myself, I love it. But, yeah, esports has just never really been something that I've been like, I need to watch this. You know? I might get into it. I don't know. But then again, I'd probably be more interested in it if I was a part of that world. You know? I don't know. Does that make sense? Like, if I was actually one of the competitors, or I was part of one of the teams, or I followed a team. I don't know. Play Fortnite. No. I played Fortnite before it was a Battle Royale. Yeah, back in my day, it wasn't a Battle Royale. I'm not a huge fan of Fortnite. Fortnite's okay. But yeah, I was never really like, yeah, Fortnite, I need to play loads of this. Yeah, it's not really my thing. It's not really my thing. Good job I'm not at work tomorrow, I can stay out for it. Exactly. Hey, you're welcome. I don't think it'll take too long. I mean, if we start at what, 9:45? There's 22 rounds. There's 17 picks in each round. I don't think we're going to be here for a huge amount of time. I've got to be honest. I hope so. I hope we're not here for a huge amount of time. Otherwise, this is going to be fun. I played 2 seasons and lost interest. Yeah, it's just not my cup of tea. Like, credit to Epic Games for having a really successful game. It is Epic that made it, right? I don't like the fact now that because Fortnite and PUBG have been popular, that every single game needs to have Battle Royale now. Or every single game that's struggling a little bit, or every single publisher that wants to have make a quick buck on sales has to have a Battle Royale mode. Call of Duty, you've been irrelevant for years. But yeah, you know, I think it's a bit silly. Thoughts on NHL 19? Yeah, I quite like it so far. I think it's okay. I think it's all right. The draft's going to at least take an hour and a half. An hour and a half's okay. I can deal with an hour and a half. I can deal with 90 minutes of drafting. I think that's pretty good. I can deal with that. Yeah. Watch any NBA? I watch a little bit of NBA. I watched a few games last season. I don't watch a huge amount of it because the problem is the problem is they quite a lot of NBA games are on the same time as NHL games, and I'll always prioritize the NHL over the NBA. I'm a Knicks fan, sort of a casual Knicks fan. I mean, I'm Rangers, Knicks, and Jets. If that makes sense. I don't really have a reason as to why, except that I follow the New York Rangers and the Knicks play at MSG as well. Kristaps Porzingis, he's a solid player. They don't really have anybody else that's solid. Kyrie Irving might be going to the Knicks at some point. That would be pretty good. But yeah, you know. If people in the league aren't here and it's their pick, they aren't active, what happens? Auto picks. Yeah, you can maybe, yeah, auto pick some of the later rounds, maybe, sure. Got to prioritise my education. Yeah, come on, Joe. Don't use that excuse with me. Why do you love the New York team so much? I don't really know. It's not a very good answer. Quite a lot of fans to certain teams is like, they'll say things like, oh, my dad took me to a game, or I was watching the team play and something happened. I just kind of started watching them back in like 2011. I started following like their stats and stuff. I watched a few of their games and I quite enjoyed watching the way that they played. And I'd been to New York before on holiday at the time as well. It's like a couple of years after I'd been to New York. And I think I got a hockey puck when I went to New York as well. I wasn't super into hockey when I went to New York last time. But yeah, I was just like, yeah, let's do it. I don't really have a reason why I like them so much, other than it's just kind of something that it's just kind of a team that I like. It's the Dallas Stars I have more of a reason, because I used to play them against the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim like all the time on NHL 2004 when I first got into hockey. That's more of a reason, because it's like that nostalgia thing. However, yeah, for the New York Rangers, I don't really have a reason. My first big memory of the New York Rangers is when they lost to the Capitals in the 2011 playoffs. I think it was the first round. Did it go to 6 or 7 games? Something like that. That's the first thing I remember. And then I remember the Bruins winning the cup, obviously. But yeah, other than that, like, really haven't, don't really have a reason. I just quite like them, I guess. I mean, one of the big players that got me interested in hockey was Pavel Datsyuk, who played for the Red Wings. I mean, I'm kind of like all over the place, especially when I first started. Like, don't know what's going on. I just don't know. What is life, guys? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Right. Yeah, so we've got just under 20 minutes left until the draft. This is going really well. Just checking Twitter, any more hockey news out there? Nope. The Cardiff Devils Twitter page liked my tweet earlier, just saying. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's just double check the NFL, see who's winning, see who's losing. I'll have to auto-pick some later rounds as the noise of me clicking my mouse is enough to wake me up. Really? Really, Chris? Wow, that's quite impressive. The fact that so much can wake you up. Wow. So the Falcons, yeah, they're still winning. What are some of the final scores? Yeah, Yeah, it looks like the Browns, they're 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. They're going to have to try and go to a field goal. The Steelers, yeah, they look like they're going to lose. The Texans, they're 1st and 10 on the Houston 25, so they have a chance. Where are the finished games for today? The Bengals beat the Ravens, I know that much. The Jets, they lost, didn't they? Yeah? I can't see the score anywhere. In progress. These are the finished ones. Sorry, the Dolphins beat the Jets, the Chiefs beat the Steelers, the Buccaneers beat the Eagles. Yeah, so most of the teams lost. Just finished my leftover schoolwork. I remember schoolwork back in the day. Oh, the Packers and the Vikings have gone to OT. Interesting. And the 49ers are in the first against the Detroit Lions, and they're winning 3-0 with a field goal. Fair play. Small house, you hear everything. Fair enough, Chris. Fair enough. That's just quite impressive. Right. Either that or you have a really noisy mouse. Yeah, maybe you're just like, bush, bush, bush every time you click it. That would be quite funny. That would be more of a legit reason, to be fair. Have we had any more skipped frames? No, we haven't. Good. So yeah, I do quite like the look of this new layout. With Streamlabs, I downloaded a new theme to the stream. Hey, which I think looks quite nice. It's a sports one. I can't remember what it's called. I just wanted to look at all the sports-like ones. And this is the one that I like the most. Yeah, I think it looks quite nice. I think it's pretty good. This draft is taking forever. Yeah, I'm really sorry about this, guys. We would be starting right now if it wasn't for Ollie. So everybody blame him. No, don't really. Come on, let's be nice here, guys. We're all cool here. We cool. Wow, I've almost got 2,520 subs already. Probably give me better players than I picked myself. Yeah, fair play, Chris, actually. Yeah, as long as we get as many players picked, as long as we get the earlier rounds sorted out, I'm sure it will take quicker because most of you guys have probably already got a good idea of who you want to draft. And once you know who you want to draft, you just go click, done. You have 90 seconds to make the pick, but that doesn't mean you need to take 90 seconds to make the pick. Yeah, so... this is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting to see what's going on here. 17 teams. I mean, I struggled before, like, midday today to get 10 teams in this draft. It's because most of you who didn't know or didn't realise it was the draft today, you need to go follow me on Twitter. I was posting about it, like, 6 times over the last 3 days. I decided on Friday, sorry. I was like, yeah, we're going to do the draft on Sunday. It'll likely be when all of the Elite League games are done and all that stuff. Let's go do it. Let's go do it then before the stream. And yeah. So yeah. So you need to go follow me on Twitter at OddmanRushYT. Go and follow me. Then you get updated on everything that I do. Well, everything that I tweet about or like or retweet. Or comment on. I don't really do a huge amount other than just like it lets you know immediately when I upload videos as well. So if you're interested in that, go for it. Right. Oh, so we're almost there. We're almost there. We would have started the draft now. How long will the season last? The season is I think it lasts until the end of the actual season. Then we have the actual playoffs. So it lasts all year, I'm pretty sure. Because the trade deadline's on February the 22nd. In this draft. And remember, you can make trades with other teams. So, yeah. You can make trades on other teams. With other teams. Feel free to start trading after the draft has been made. The one thing we've got to do is make sure we remember this in 2 weeks' time. Because I believe the season starts not next Wednesday, the Wednesday after. So we need to make sure that we remember... and get our lineup sorted out. I might start playing DraftKings again once the season starts. I've been tempted. I was thinking about starting Predict-A-Bet, but then I just wasn't interested in it. Just didn't look my cup of tea, to be honest. I know more about the NHL than I do about the Elite League, to be fair. Although I feel like my knowledge of the Elite League has improved, considering I've only really properly followed them since last season. I feel like I've improved quite nicely in terms of my Elite League knowledge. I hope that shows on the podcast. Or I just sound like I know what I'm talking about, which I think is an even better skill than knowing what you're talking about. Because if you know what you're talking about, at least you have that knowledge behind you to be like, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's have a conversation about something that I'm very keyed up on. But if you sound like you know what you're talking about, then you can just kind of blag your way through it, which is great. Which is kind of what I've done my entire life, let's be honest. How did this go? I've kind of made it up as I went along, really. I mean, my entire final performance for my degree was all about improv, so quite a lot of my shows for my degree were about improv, so it was making it up as you go along. Odd Man Rush is life. Do you follow the Premier League? Not really. Not particularly. I can't avoid it because I live in England and I'm interested in sports, but I don't really follow it per se. It's not actually Nottingham, but yes, I know what you mean. We're coming up on near the 10-minute mark, guys. I do apologise for all of this stuff happening early. I just wanted to start. Please end my suffering. Let's check see if we've got any notifications on anything. I don't know. Liverpool-ich. Yeah, changes have been made to fantasy hockey draft settings, but not anymore. Well, they haven't changed. Do you support any Premier League teams? I mean, if not really. I mean, the one team that I have a vague interest in is Arsenal, but, like, not really. I mean, I don't really have a strong affiliation to any of them. Don't really care, to be honest. Yeah, I've never really been a football guy. I like the World Cup and I like the Euros. I like Euro 2018, like the European Championship. Not the Champions League, you know what I mean, like the every 4-year Euro competition. Or every 2 years. Yeah, every 4 years, yeah, and then the World Cup. I like those. Do you support any Nottingham-based football teams? Me? Nope. Not at all. Yeah, I guess I am a bit of an Ipswich fan, but not really. Not really. Yeah, football's just a bit shit in my opinion. Like, nothing wrong with liking football. It's not my cup of tea. Far too boring for me. That's my experience of football. Just nothing much really happens. Like, you have one point in the game where somebody might score or get close to the goal and you're like, yeah, goal, that bit was exciting. And then you have like 89 minutes of really boring stuff. And then I don't like this whole extra time can range between like 1 minute to 5 minutes. Because it just doesn't make sense in terms of clarity and fairness in the game. And I don't like the fact that all of the players dive all the time. It's like, grow a pair, please. Like, you know. That's just my opinion. You're allowed to have a different opinion. I mean, you're wrong, but no, I'm kidding. Seems like a holder, but I get a lot more of a rush heading down. Exactly. Like, the one reason I love hockey more than any other sport is because there's always something happening. Like, the quietest moment is somebody setting up behind the net for, like, when they're about to start on the rush on a power play and there's a line change. That literally lasts, like, 30 seconds of, like, a bit of downtime for you to go. Like, but then again, in a different way, like, you're like, whew. Like, that's a breather. Whereas when something happens in football and it's exciting, it's like, yeah, this is what I paid for my season ticket for. It's like, no. You pay for your season ticket to see a team win and score goals, not 0-0 draws. Draws as well. Hate them. There should always be a winner and a loser in a sports game, and that's why I like hockey. Don't want any of that losing rubbish. Or drawing rubbish, sorry. Like, I'm not going to go and pay like 50 quid for a ticket to go and see a team, neither team score a single goal. What's the point? I could have sat at home and watched both teams not score a goal and it be 0-0. No. No. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Right, so in less than 10 minutes, we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. I can feel it. Oh, I can feel it. I'm ready for this, guys. Sitting on the edge of my seat. I'm not. I'm sitting quite firmly on my seat, to be fair. Out of the doorway, the bullets rip to the sound of the beat. Da-da-da-da-da-da, bum, bum, bum. Odd Man Rush. Da-da-da-da-da. It's a really bad version of that song, isn't it? I'm sorry. Odd Man Football Rant. I could rant about football all day if you want. Like 0-0 bloody draws. Gah. Let's keep him ranting so the time passes. Makes a change from the webcast. Yeah. I don't really understand football, to be honest. I don't understand why you would play a large sum of money to see a bunch of fairies kick a bag of wind. I quite like that, a bag of wind around a piece of grass for 90 minutes. Yeah, I mean, that's a very good point. Like, oh, I'm going to pay several hundred millions of pounds to pick up one guy. Yeah, like, let's do it. So he can kick a ball around. Like, I don't mind athletes getting paid a huge amount of money because there's a lot of revenue that comes from sports. I don't think they should be getting paid like £200,000 a week. Like, fuck off. No, like, genuinely, fuck off. Like that. I'm somebody that I think people should have money, but there comes a point where there's going to be more money that you're ever going to spend in your entire life. You don't need more money than you're ever going to spend in your entire life. Like, somebody getting paid, like, less than 10 mil a season, I'm like, okay, like, NHL, I still think it's very, like, huge, the amount of money they can get paid, like $10 million a season. Like, I think that's still quite a huge amount of money. Well, it is a huge amount of money. It's $10 bloody million. But, like, $10 million a season for 8 years, for example. Like, Conor McDavid's deal is, what, like $12 million? For 8 years or something like that. That's like $80 million. You could just put that in a bank account and live off the interest and live very comfortably with $80 million. And then think about footballers and how much they get paid. They get paid like $200 million a season. Or £200 million, which is even better. Especially if it's Canadian dollars. That's even better. Like, you could literally, like, be a millionaire just living off the interest. That's ridiculous. Like, I just don't think people should have that much money. And then you've got people like living on the streets, like barely making a living. Like, and whilst that has, of course, something to do with the choices that they may have made in their life, the problem is, like, not everybody can start from the bottom and rise to the top. It's tough. It's tough for a lot of people out there, and the large majority of people that are like, oh, I've grown up in a really difficult upbringing where we don't have much money or we can't afford a lot of things. I'm just going to become a footballer. Or I'm just going to become a famous actor or actress. Like, the chances of that actually happening are so minuscule. It's tough, man. It's tough. Like, the money in sports is what irritates me the most. Like, when I do all these videos talking about, like, contracts that players have signed and the average annual value, I talk about it normally because it's like, that's what the norm is. And, like, I don't have a huge problem with it. I just think, like, you're putting a worth on a person. You're putting a worth on a player's playing ability. And, like, more often than not, they don't live up to the huge contract you give them. Like, if you sign a player to a $1 million 1-year contract and they end up scoring 40 goals in a season, you're going to be like, that was the best signing in the entire NHL for the last decade, you know? Like, for example, Jonathan Marchessault for the last few years. But when you what's it called? When you sign a player to, like, $10 million for 5 years and they don't, like, hit career highs in numbers, they're immediately a failure. Because it comes with that extra price tag. It's like anything, though. If you buy a chair for $5 and you end up using it, and it ends up being like one of the most comfortable chairs and you use it for 5 years, then... But if you buy like a £20,000 chair and it ends up being really uncomfortable, like, you're going to be disappointed with it, aren't you? It's supply and demand, I guess. Saw a photo the other day and it was a photo of a footballer saying trips up. Photo of a footballer tripping up, carried off pitch due to cramp. Then Wayne Simmons staying slapshot. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that is a very big thing that's used quite a lot, like hockey players. Hockey players are warriors. That is a fine example of players playing for the team, not for themselves. That's another big thing I hate about football. Like, compared to some of the other stuff I've said, this is a really big thing I hate about football. It's all about the individual, not the team. Every single player on that pitch is more concerned about... I mean that might be an unfair statement to some players, but the majority of players that I've seen, or the majority of the way that football is played from what I've seen, it's always about making sure the individual looks good rather than the team. Of course, fans want to see the team do well at the end of the season, but like, if one player scores all the goals and hogs the ball, if one player hogs the ball but he ends up scoring like 50 goals in a season, the fans aren't going to complain. That's just the way that he plays. Whereas with hockey players, sure, you have a guy that scores like 40 goals in a season, like Alex Ovechkin, for example. But at the same time, like, Nicholas Backstrom has been setting him up for a large majority of that goals. Gretzky had Curie, you know? That's why I work in women's football. There's none of that. Exactly, yeah. It's like the Elite League, for example. The Elite League, it's got such a hardcore fan base in the UK. Like, it's a small, dedicated fan base in the UK because there isn't much money in it. There isn't a huge amount of money to be made. So the people that are in the sport and the people that are watching the sport and the people that are playing in our league, it's because they love the sport, not because they want the money, you know? That's my rant over. We've got 2 minutes left until the draft starts. Oh, we're starting Country Roads in the chat. I love it. Wasn't expecting it, but I love it. Okay. So, 1 minute 49. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. I'm so ready for this, guys. I am ready. So, 90 seconds left. So, from when I say now, from now to when the draft starts, that's as much time as you have each pick. So, we've got 2 people auto-drafting at the moment. So we've got the Jets auto-drafting at the moment. And we've got Denver Sports Team drafting at the auto-drafting. Come on, hurry up, guys. You ain't got long. You ain't got long. So, I'm probably going to go with Connor McDavid with the first overall pick. And the reason I say that is because he played on an awful Edmonton team last year. He played on a relatively decent Edmonton team 2 years ago. Had a 100-point season. And then he played on an awful Edmonton team this last season and still had an 100-point season. So regardless of whether the Oilers do well or not, I think McDavid's going to be okay. So, I think I'm going to go with him. That's my hot take. I'm going to mess this up bad. Perfect. That's the spirit. That's what I like to hear, folks. I'm not going to do very good at this. Come on, guys. 30 seconds left to go. Let's do this, lads. I'm ready. Quick last check of the phone before the draft starts. Hope everyone's ready to go. Anything interesting taking place? Let's have a look. Nope. Just people talking about the NFL. Got 5 points vids and Urinating Tree talking about it. I do quite like Urinating Tree, actually. I started watching his videos recently and I do like them. So, here's the draft. Here we go. The draft has begun, ladies and gents. Oh, that was a nice little jingle. I'm on the clock. Okay, there you go. Job done. There you go. Pick number 1. Connor McDavid. Nate Schmidt was innocent. Well, I mean, we did have a chat about that. Man should have 10 back injuries from carrying. Yeah, tell me about it. So, oh, who did you pick? Oh, you picked Sidney Crosby. Fair pick, fair pick. So, the Red Hawks are on the clock. And they've picked Nikita Kucherov. Interesting pick. Steven Stamkos is down at 17. Wow. Fair play. So, so was Patrick Kane. Oh, no. So, the Outlaws, you are on the clock. The Nottingham Outlaws, I believe that's Max. Get on it, Max. Make your pick, son. Okay, so Sidney Crosby's gone second. Nikita Kucherov has gone third in our draft. On the clock is Max. Come on, Max. Make a pick. Alex Ovechkin's still available. I assume if Max doesn't pick him, then the auto pick for Denver Sports Team will pick him. So whoever's number 6, Beanheads, make sure you're ready. Andrei Vasilevsky. Good choice. Oh, wow. Tyler Seguin got picked by what's it called? By the Denver Sports Team. So Alex Ovechkin is still available. Just saying. No, don't troll. Don't troll. Right. Let's do this, guys. Try and pick a good team. I want you guys to be good. I want to make sure everybody has a fighting chance in this. Right, pick shit, make it easier for me. So, Beanheads is on the clock. 50 seconds remaining. Who's he going to go for? This has turned out to be interesting so far. I wasn't expecting Sagan to go straight away from the auto pick, but there you go. I mean, it's not a bad pick. Sagan's a solid player. Just signed his contract extension, didn't he, with the Dallas Stars. So, Beanheads, you making your pick or nah? Let's do this, boys. Make that pick. Make that pick. Make that pick. Make that pick. No? Alright. We got 24 seconds till your pick has to be made. Oh, this is intense. This is bloody intense, lads. 15 seconds left. It might just pick John Tavares for him, which isn't a bad pick, to be fair. Like, having an auto pick in the first round really isn't that bad. Like, you're not really going to be that worse off, to be fair. So, at the end of that, it's gone auto pick, and he has picked Alexander Ovechkin. So, I mean, that's not a bad pick. The Infants are on the clock. John Tavares is the highest ranked player currently available. Antti Raanta was a great goalie last season. Yes, he was. Dustin Byfuglien. Wow, that's an interesting pick. Dustin Byfuglien? Where did Dustin Byfuglien... let's just have a look, actually. Yeah, Dustin Byfuglien. Where was he actually ranked? 44th. Wow. It's an interesting pick in the first round there. Big Buff getting the choice. There you go. John Tavares has been picked. John Tavares dropped to 8th on the board. Mr. Tavares. Told you I'd pick a Bruin. Ah, Brad Marchand is gone. Brad Marchand got picked. On the clock is yeet. Let's have a look. Oh, the rat Marchand. Ugh. Ugh. Wow, so Nathan McKinnon's still available. He was the 6th ranked player, but we're at pick number 10. So this is going to be interesting. There's going to be some interesting players available in the top half, I'm pretty sure. So Nathan McKinnon. So on the clock is yeet. I think that's Allington. Allington Skates. I'm not sure he's actually been here. So his will probably be auto-picked. So I'm currently eyeing up another player that if he drops, I might be interested in picking up. Had to take Kucherov. Can see him having a blind. Yeah, fair play. Fair play. Why not? Oh, somebody keeps leaving. The Croatian Jets, they're on auto-pick at the moment as well, by the looks of it. Right, so 35 seconds left of this pick. I mean, we're over halfway through the first round. That's pretty decent. So less than 30 seconds left for pick number 10 on the board. I've got to go Connor McJesus because, I mean, he's likely to put up another 100-point season. I can't really complain with that, can I? On the clock is yeet. The Nottingham yeet. Matt Simmons. Just, I choose. Are you joining or leaving? What's the choice here, bud? Right. 5 seconds left. Who's it going to go for? I assume it's going to go for McKinnon, which is a fair pick, to be fair. Yep, Nathan McKinnon. Fair dues. So, Nottingham. The Nottingham who this time? Webcast. It's Chris with the pick. Go on, Chris. Make your pick, son. Felix has left and joined again. Good. Welcome back. Okay, it's a brass bonanza. David Pasternak. Interesting first pick. Yeah, that's not too bad. So he was what, 12th? Yeah, I think he's 12th overall. So now we have the Pirates. The was it Portsmouth? Portsmouth Pirates. Would be nice if these guys were quick. Yeah, but what can you do? That's what happens when you have 17 people trying to pick players. I mean, I'll be quick. I'll try my best anyway. So, it's anybody's pick. Well, it's the Pirates' pick at the moment. Make your pick, son. Got less than a minute left. That was a decent pick, yeah. Chris, decent pick, Pasternak there. I mean, if he carries on from last season where he left off, he's going to have a pretty decent year. He'll get you some points. He'll score a lot of goals. So let's see. So Blake Wheeler's still available. We're on pick number 12, and Wheeler and Malkin are still available, who are supposed to be ranked top 10 in the projected list. So still some solid players available in this first round. Some solid players indeed. 30 seconds left for the 12th pick. My draft crashed already. No worries, man. No worries. Take your time, dude. I mean, you might have something auto-pick for you, but you're bound to get a decent player. You'll probably end up with Blake Wheeler if you don't manage to make the pick. That might be the person who you wanted to pick anyway, so then fair dues. Who's the worst NHL franchise? Arizona Coyotes. Very easy. Now, the Sabres have made it to a finals. And PK Subban was picked. This stole my defenseman. Right, PK Subban got picked. And then Forsberg goes straight away. And Blake Wheeler got picked, I believe. Wow, we've had some quick picks here. So, 12th overall was Subban, 13th was Forsberg, and 14th was Blake Wheeler. I think 14th was an auto pick though, wasn't it? Claude Giroux going at number 15. Okay, Trump's fake wife is up for the pick. And he chooses Austin Matthews. I think that's a good pick. I think Matthews is going to be very good this year. Damn, I wanted Subban. Okay, so the end of the first round, last person's Malkin. That's a good pick. Patrick Kane and Steven Stamkos still on the board. So some very good players still available. This is pretty impressive. Columbus haven't won a playoff series. That's very true. Arizona, they haven't played very well though. So the Thunderbirds are on the board. They are go. Somebody left the draft. Okay, bye. Taylor Hall got picked with the second, or the 18th pick, the first pick, the second. Stamkos is gone. Okay, Stamkos, the second pick in the second round. Not too bad. The Billionaires are back on the clock. They've got Patrick Kane and Claude Giroux. That's a decent first line you're picking up there. Sergei Bobrovsky goes to the Croatian Jets. Braden Holtby. Oh, damn it. I wanted Holtby. Damn it. Shit. Braden Holtby gets picked by Duncan. That's a good pick there, son. That's a good pick there, buddy. Right, okay. So the Pirates are back on the board. So Brent Burns is still available. Jamie Benn's available. Victor Hedman, that could be a pretty good pickup as well. That's a pretty good pickup indeed. Will you be able to do another draft after this one? I'll carry on because I want to join. But I might do another draft. I might do. I'm not sure. It depends if there's a big enough interest for another draft. So otherwise I'm going to end up doing like 6 billion different drafts. So yeah, so... we've still got Line or Barzell is still available. Pekka Rinne is the next best goalie supposedly available. He's predicted to have a 36-win season. Why is there people that take for ages? Some of them, they might be just double-checking who they have on the board. Some of them, they might be having internet problems. I don't know. Is the stream working out okay? Yeah, looks like it. Seems like it's a little bit slow sometimes, though. So, we've got 17 seconds left until this pick is made. I assume it'll go for Burnsy. Or somebody in his queue. I still have another 10 picks till I get to choose. But I get to choose back-to-back, which is quite nice. That's one of the bonuses for going first or last. Yep, so Brent Burns has been picked. We've got Nottingham back on the thing. I'm having internet issues, taking me ages. No worries, man, no worries. Just try and join back in if you can, bud. So we've got, who have we got at the moment? The Nottingham, oh, we've got Chris on the board. Chris is on the board with webcast, please, Nottingham. He picks Pekka Rinne. Okay, interesting. You went for Rinne. I wouldn't even go for Rinne. I wasn't even interested in him. We've got the Sucklords on the board. The Nottingham Yeet went for Jamie Benn. Nice choice. I think he's going to have a good year. So Victor Hedman currently the best defenseman. Jonathan Marchessault currently the best left winger. Voracek currently the best right winger. And Evgeny Kuznetsov as the best centre. Yeah, that would be a decent pickup. That would be a decent pickup indeed. Evgeny Kuznetsov. Nicholas Backstrom doesn't have any stats by him. What, is he meant to be injured this year? I'm not quite sure. Artemi Panarin, what does that mean? What's the D next to him? Is he injured? It shouldn't be. I don't know. So, Sucklords, you have less than 50 seconds on the clock. So, Zachary wants to go for Barzell or Line. Well, you got to make a choice there, son. Got to make a choice. Do you want a goal scorer or an assist man? Goals get you more points. But if you get more assists overall, then you're going to get better overall in terms of overall net points. Jonathan Marchessault being ranked 24th. Wow. Matthew Barzal and then Martin Jones gets picked. Interesting. On the clock is the Beanheads. Clarkie's Infants went for Fleury. Interesting. Jesus. So Marc-Andre Fleury got picked. Then Hedman got picked. Then Marchessault got picked. Okay, so we're almost at my pick. Patrick Laine gets picked. 14th overall in the second round. Got the Red Hawks up next. Malkin and Hall for me. Oh, that's a decent few picks. All right, come on, boys. So, got my eye on... Oh, damn it, I wanted Connor Hellebuck. Oh, you mugged me off. Shit. Oh, I was going to go for a goalie. Oh, you had to take him away from me, didn't you? God damn it. Right, Martin Jones has an even better defense, so I can see the understanding in that pick. Yeah. Yeah, fair. Oh, yeah, Martin Jones got picked really early. Yeah, he got picked very early, to be fair. Stop my pick, you prick. That's funny. Right, so, yeah, so... Oh, Matt Murray got picked. Interesting choice. Right, I'm on the clock, so I'm going to go for Erik Karlsson, I think. Then I have the next pick. For the next pick, I think I should go for a winger. Phil Kessel, he had a pretty good year last year. I don't really want to go for Panarin. Jakub Voracek, he had a pretty good year. Or I could go for another centre. Vladimir Tarasenko, he's meant to put up 40 goals. Alexander Radulov. I stole yours, so it's calm. Vladimir Tarasenko. I don't know. Tarasenko's supposedly meant to get 75 points on the year, as better players getting better points. Phil Kessel's meant to get 81 points on the year, but Tarasenko's meant to score more goals. St. Louis Blues do look pretty good this year. I'm going to go Tarasenko. I'm going to draft Tarasenko. So I've currently got a centre, a left wing, and a defence. Connor McDavid, Vladimir Tarasenko, and Erik Karlsson. Then Vincent Trocheck gets picked afterwards. That's a decent pickup, actually. William Karlsson's going to be a very interesting one. Yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting to see if William Karlsson... I mean, he scored 40 goals last season. But we'll have to see if he is up for it. Wow, we've got a lot of auto drafts taking place here. Make sure you try and get in, guys, because otherwise we've got currently 4 different teams auto-drafting this round out of 17. I just want to make sure you guys get as many picks that you choose as possible. Jack Eichel goes in the 3rd round. Evgeny Kuznetsov and Jakub Voracek have all been picked. Nice. Decent choices there. The Clarkies infants are now on the clock. Who are they going to go for? It's a good question. I think I've already identified the goalie that I want to go for. But I can go for him later on in the draft. Aaron Ekblad, that's a pretty decent choice. He's a solid, he's a dependable defenseman. Whether he'll put up a solid amount of points or not is there to be seen. Okay, next team on the board is the Don't Knows. Maybe they don't know who they're going to pick, and that's what they're struggling with. Maybe. So I think I've got a solid set of players here so far. 100-point scorer. 40-goal scorer, hopefully, on a team that's looking pretty stacked, actually, in the West, to be fair. And the best defenseman of his generation. So, in terms of putting up points. Excuse me, I'm considering this league is all about putting up points. I think that's a pretty fair guess. Pretty decent pick. I mean, it depends how he meshes with San Jose. And usually, like, Claude Giroux had this example as well. The season he had his surgery, John Carlson just got picked. That's a good choice. John Carlson... No, who am I talking about? Claude Giroux. He had surgery not last season. We just had the season before. And he had a kind of mediocre season that year. But then he came back last year and, of course, had a brilliant season. This year, Erik Karlsson had surgery last season. So this season, he should come back, hopefully, really good. I'm hoping for him to have a solid season with Erik Karlsson. That would be with Brent Burns as well. I'm hoping so, anyway. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. Oh, we've dropped a few frames. That's a shame. Right, you've got a solid squad of players. Yeah, I agree. I think I've got some good players here. Phil Kessel and Nicholas Backstrom have just been picked. There's some decent picks. Chris is back on the clock. Who's he going to go for? Who's he going to go for? Oh, Patrice Bergeron, questionable. Did that just come up? I don't know. Johnny Gaudreau. That's a good pick. Johnny Hockey. The Pirates are on the board now. Let's see who they pick. So Artemi Panarin is still available. We're on pick 46 and Panarin is available at 32. Anze Kopitar. Wow, so we've still got some of the higher ranked players available. So if you're wanting a relatively sensible gamble, still got one there. Already prepared for my next pick as a gamble, but it's one I'm willing to take. Interesting. Oh, I'm liking this. Be right back. No worries, Sharks. No worries. I'm the Thunderbirds. Okay, no worries, man. Right, let's go, guys. I think Oliver already knows who he's going to pick. I don't know who he's going to pick, so I'm going to be very interested to see it. So, the Pirates. I picked Martin Jones because they got Carlson. Yeah, Brooks or... wow, Brooks Optic. That is a great name, bud. I love it. Yeah, well, I picked Carlson, so hopefully that'll work out nicely for us, bud. I don't know who's got the bye week in on our first week and opening week. That'll be interesting to see. Right, so still waiting on the Pirates. Still waiting on the Pirates. Let's go, Pirates. Well, you got 10 seconds. They'll probably give you Panarin, which isn't a bad pick, to be fair. Let's just go with the picks. Yeah, let's just go just the picks. We don't need to know when people enter and leave the chat. Drew Doughty. Wow, that's a decent pick. Drew Doughty's going to be solid this year, I think. Got the PlayStations up. Who is he going to go for? This is very interesting. You're on the clock. Artemi Panarin, then Anze Kopitar gets picked. So 2 LA Kings picks in the last 3. Nice. So I got ages till my next pick. When is my next pick anyway? Round 4, pick 17. Jesus. This is round 3 of 22. So it's taking a little while here, guys, but we're getting there. So Alexander Barkov gets picked. That's a decent pick. So who's going next? Trump's fake wife. Oh, wow. So Alexander Radulov is still available. Jonathan Quick and John Gibson. So if you need a goaltender, there's a couple of good ones up there. I mean, I could do with a good goaltender as well, to be fair. Can you check when mine is, please? You are pick 62 is your next pick. Clarkie's Infants. So my next pick is number 68. Ryan Getzlaff and John Klingberg will be the next guys. Shane Gostisbehere. Interesting choice. Interesting choice there. He did have a pretty good season. Joe, which one are you? Are you the Redhawks? Your pick 66. So your pick would be Yannick Gord? Really? They have him at 66? Wow, fair play. Mine's 56. Yeah, yours would be Draisaitl. Wow, Draisaitl will be a solid pickup. So Quick just got picked up. Yeah, nice pick. So Gostisbehere and Jonathan Quick. Just got yourself a D-man who can put up points and got yourself a goaltender. Seth Jones going to Trump's fake wife. So I've got pick 68. Now, I think I know who I'm going to go for here. I think I've got my... Oh, John Gibson went as well. So the 2 goaltenders that I was talking about when Mitch Marner going, then Alexander Radulov going. Some interesting choices here for sure. I said 56, not 66. Oh, my bad. No, I was looking at Joe's choice. Sorry, Jared. Sorry, bud. I'm worried he's going to get picked. Well, he might do. He might get picked. Leon Draisaitl by the PlayStations. That's a good choice. Him and McDavid were the only 2 players that put up points last year for them. So I think that's a smart choice, to be honest. Alright, who else are we going to go for? Still some very solid players available in this fantasy draft. Oh, just looking at these players, they are solid. So we've got the Pirates on the board again. He might take a little while. So we're on round 4. We're almost a quarter of the way there. Got a notification. Wild finish. Oh, looks like the Minnesota Vikings are going to beat the Packers in overtime. You can't make it blatantly clear who you're going for. Yes, exactly, yeah. You don't want to make it absolutely obvious. I wasn't planning on picking Draisaitl anyway. He was too high of a pick for me to make. I'm looking at the players that aren't in my bracket. Yeah, so there's some interesting ones. Just done a hard reset. Going to try and join back. Sure, Vengeance. No worries, man. Hopefully you've picked some of the players that you've wanted. Evander Kane's expected to get, what, 49 points this year? I mean, he's with San Jose, who are looking to be pretty stacked this year now. With the addition of Carlson, they are a Stanley Cup contender. They're probably one of my favourites to win the Cup now. Right, so the Pirates are going to auto-pick. I assume it's going to be Roman Josi gets picked, or it's going to be somebody on your queue. And the pick is John Klingberg. It's a decent pick. Next up, we have Chris. Go on, Chris. Pick a good one. Roman Yossi, he is a good player. Mikko Rantanen goes to the yeet. We got the Sucklords on now. So I've got pick 68, 69. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So William Nylander is the top pick for me. If everybody picked in order. It's not too bad. Well, the problem is William Nylander hasn't been signed. So I'm not going to go for him yet. Who else have we got? Who else have we got? Oh, interesting. Okay. Some interesting choices there. Right. Okay, I'm going to gamble with one of my tactics. I was literally going to say I was going to go for Frederik Andersen. I literally said I was going to see if I could leave it a while and go for Frederik Andersen. But I guess the answer to that is no. Shit. That's a pain in the arse. Right, ranking. So who's got... Ilya Kovalchuk. Oh, interesting pick to make there. Oh, he's going to be a big X Factor. He could have a big season or he could flop. We have no idea how well Ilya Kovalchuk's going to do. Love how he's still pictured in his New Jersey Devils gear. That's going to piss off a lot of fans. Wow, a lot of quick picks here. Kovalchuk, Scheifele got picked. That's a good pick. Getzlaf, Riley Smith. Okay, interesting choices here. Riley Smith is an interesting one. Max is back on the clock. Oh, who am I going to go for here then? What's the news surrounding you? There's no recent news or transactions. Oh, his status is questionable. Get off to a late start in training camp. Okay, but he's expected to make training camp, right? I mean, it's Patrice bloody Bergeron. I was wanting to pick Anderson as well, to be fair. So right, yeah, Riley Smith. So we're still on the clock for the Redhawks. Brock Besser getting picked. Yeah, of course you picked him, Max. You bloody Canucks fan. Fair play. Max Pacioretty. Oh, that's going to be an interesting one. That's a very big gamble, actually. You're making some very high risk choices, Joe. I respect that. They could work out in a really big way. So we've got Stanley Yelnats now on the choice, of course, with Kylo Ren. Sitting there, why not? Right. Oh, so I've got some interesting choices here. Van der Kemp, Yelnats. Oh, it's a rough pick there. Who am I going to go for? This is a really tough choice, actually. I'm now at the point where I have no idea. I am going to go with... Oh. Now that I'm thinking about this, I don't know. Interesting. I have no idea who to go for. You know what? I'm going to go Joe Pavelski. I'm going to take Joe Pavelski with that pick. Because he can play right wing as well. So that helps me out quite nicely. Could go Krug. Could go Tyson Barrie. Could go Letang, but he's likely to get injured. There's not really many, like, solid point-producing defensemen now, is there? I mean, Letang's probably the best one. No, actually, Torrey Krug is expected to get more points. Actually. 100... okay. Nah, I think I'll pass on McAvoy. It's either Letang or Krug. Let's have a quick look at Krug. What's going on with him? Krug will get off to a late start. Now, do I take a gap? No, I'm going to... Do I go for Krug, who's currently injured but could come back, or Letang, who's very likely to get injured? They both put up similar sort of points. He's expected to get 4 more points, but none short-handed. Maybe more on the power play. I'm gonna go Torrey Krug. I'm gonna go with Krug. Yeah, I think that's the best choice to make there. Go with Torrey Krug. I needed a defenseman. I want to make sure that I don't run out of defensemen. Ivan Provorov. That's an interesting pick. Okay. Ivan Provorov. We've got the Redhawks on the board now. Go on, Joe. Make a good pick, son. So I've got McDavid, Tarasenko, Pavelski, Karlsson, Krug. Okay. This is a decent set of players so far. Also, the key is to try and find players that can play more than one position. Ekman Larsson. Good choice. The new captain of the Coyotes. Strange that I forgot about him. But he's looking like he could put up a decent amount of points. Who's next? The Outlaws. Go on, Max. You going to choose another Canuck or... Really wanted Frederick Anderson, though. Patrick Hornqvist. That's a decent choice. He can put up some solid points for you. So we've still got some decent goalies available, to be fair. Yeah. Some decent goalies indeed. Okay. You're back. Awesome, bud. So Patrice Bergeron went to the Beanheads. Letang went to the Denver sports team. Nikolai Ehlers. Oh, interesting choice. Getting Ehlers. So, I think I know my next pick. Yeah, I think I know my next pick. Let's just have a look down. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Damn, good choice. Yeah, Nikolai Ehlers is a good choice. So we've got the Doe KO, Hab Suck, Don KO with their pick. Let's see who they pick. What happened with drafts when I was gone? You can have a look at the entire list of picks, and you can search between each player's teams if you want. So Stanley Elnitz has Crosby, Trocheck, Kane, Provorov, and Matt Murray. The Red Hawks has Kucherov, Carlson, Pacioretty, Ekman Larsson, Hellebuck. I'm not going to go through all of these. We'll look through Chris's team. Pasternak, Goodrow, Yossi, and Rene. Decent set of players, to be fair. So Ricard Raquel was taken by Hab Suck. We've now got the Suck Lords on the board, looking to make their pick. There's a couple of other picks that I'm interested in making, actually. There's a couple that have caught my eye, but I doubt that they're going to actually... I doubt they're going to drop to where I want them. Be interested to know like how many people are watching that aren't taking part in the draft and that are just curious. Sebastian Aho going to Yeet, and Tyson Barrie going to the Suck Lords. Now got Chris on the board. Go on, Chris. Pick up a good player, yeah? Pick up a good player, son. William Nylander. Interesting choice, considering he hasn't actually signed a contract for the upcoming season. But, I mean, once he signs, / if he signs, I think that'll be a decent pick. I think you'll get some decent points there. Andrei Sveshnikov has made it to the top 75. He was literally picked this draft. Wow. Casey Middlestat's meant to be 83 as well. Fair enough. So yeah, William Nylander was the last pick. We've got the Pirates on the board now, looking to make their pick. I've got my eye on 2 players at the moment. Yeah, there's 2 players I've got my eye on. I don't mind which one of them I take. That are currently on the screen right now, and I'm not going to tell you which ones they are. Because that would be unfair on me, because then you guys would go and take them. So we're almost at the end of round 5. If anybody that's actually doing the draft needs to go at any point, just let me know. It'll be fine. I've literally been waiting so long to join. But oh, that's such a pain in the arse, Vengeance. Oh, that really sucks, man. Oh, that's a pain in the arse. Don't know why. Okay. So we've got 10 seconds left of this pick. Then it goes to Jared. So he can pick what he wants to pick. Pick whatever you want. I don't care. Gabriel Landeskog gets picked. Interesting pick. Fair play. Gabriel Landeskog. Andrei Sveshnikov. So you went with Sveshnikov. Interesting. Okay, okay. Michael Granlund going to the Croatian Jets. And he's looking like he's going to have a decent season this year. I don't think I'm going to get either of the picks that I'm interested in getting. But it'll be good if I could get at least one of them. I'm only going to take one of them, to be honest. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see. Yeah. Saying loading draft, then like a loading bar of dots. Interesting. Surprised no one's got Wayne Simmons. Yeah, Wayne Simmons is a pretty decent pickup. Braden McNabb. Wow. That's an interesting choice. Wouldn't have picked him this early on in the draft, but touche. Ryan Ellis gets picked. It's a decent pickup, Ryan Ellis. So the last pick of round 5, then we'll swiftly move on to round 6. Oh, it's because they're auto picks. Right, that makes sense. Matthew Tkachuk. He's looking like he could have a good season. He's more of like a hits and a block shot kind of guy than points and assists, in my opinion, this season. I kind of feel like he needs another year before he's like proper establishing himself as a point scorer in this league. We'll find out, I guess. No one get Nate Schmidt. Oh, God. Is Nate Schmidt actually on this list? Well, he's not at the top at the moment. Mikhail Sergachev gets picked. That's a decent pickup. Alex Killorn gets picked up. Nice. The Billionaires are back on the board. So pick 102 is my next pick. If we had to look, that would be Dougie Hamilton, who's playing for Carolina. Oh, and Tukaras gets picked. Okay, interesting. Interesting choice. And Braden Shen gets picked by the Croatian Jets. Eric Stahl gets picked. I will admit that was one of the ones that I was interested in going for. Eric Stahl. I think that's a pretty decent pick, to be honest. So I need to take a look at who I want now. This ain't looking too good, boys. Who should I go for? Yanni Gord has just been picked, so Chris is on the board. Braden Point, he was the other one that I was interested in picking. So yeah, you've got some pretty good picks there, guys. I didn't think they'd last as long as me. Jason Zucker, that's an interesting choice. Interesting choice indeed. The Sucklords are back on the board. I'd be very careful when you're going for rookies, is all I'd say. Just be very careful. Ooh, right. So I'm not picking for another 8 picks. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I'm getting tired now. So the best goalie available is supposedly Ben Bishop. Best defenseman is Matt Dumba or Ryan Sudo. Well, Matt Dumba gets picked. Best right winger supposedly is Evgeny Dadonov. Best centre supposedly is Casey Middlestat, but I don't really believe that. Take that with a pinch of salt, ladies and gents. He is a rookie. He did have a decent time last time. It's an NHL the way color referee is the game for. Oh, there you go, Joe. But I mean, he has scored solid goals these last few years. Nolan Patrick getting picked by Clarkie's Infants. That's an interesting choice. Okay. Petrangelo going to Habs suck. Okay. So Ryan Suter is still up there. Ben Bishop. Who's the next best goalie after Ben Bishop? It is Carey Price. So Carey Price is available at 111 if anybody's interested in him. Then Devin Dubnyk. Corey Perry's down there because he had a pretty bad choice. Just drafted Cherno Maz's nephew. Oh yeah, Nolan Patrick is his nephew, isn't he? I forgot about that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So Beanheads, you are on the board. Make a choice, boy. So I have 2 decent defensemen. I have a solid centre, right winger, and second centre / second right winger. I need a decent left winger, to be honest. There's a few of them available. Couturier is listed as doubtful. Interesting. Let's take a look. Doubtful for the season? He's participating in scrimmages without any discomfort, so keep an eye on him. But expectation is he'll be ready to go during the regular season. So if you're a little bit doubtful about Couturier, he is looking like he'll be ready for the season. Ryan Johansson gets picked by Denver Sports. Ryan Suter gets picked by the Beanheads. Max is back on. Next pick, if I can get him, is also risky. Interesting. I assume you're going to go for Casey Middlestat. I love how Clayton Keller doesn't have a player picture. Like, he played an entire season last year with the Coyotes, right? Right, I think I have my choices. Right, I think I have one choice. Let's think. Who do I want to go for? Because I've got back-to-back picks here. I think I've got one of them. Yeah, I think I've got one of them. Yeah, I think I've got 2 picks there. I think I've got 2 picks. Actually, could go for him. And then... yeah, that could be better, actually. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So we've got 30 seconds left for Max's pick. Clayton Keller is mine. If anybody wants Clayton Keller, he's right down here, 106. That's quite funny. Right, 20 seconds left for Max. Make a choice, boy. See if you get anybody decent. It's, wow, I've been drafting for almost 45 minutes. And we're, what, a third of the way through? No, not even a third of the way through. I get the feeling quite a lot of us are going to be auto-picking by the end of this draft. I remember the last time I did a league, it was like 3 players. 4 players. Keith Yandel? Oh, that's an interesting choice. So the Red Hawks are on the board. Chances are he's still available for you, Joe. So make your pick, son. Who's your risky pick going to be? Keith Yandle's an interesting choice. I mean, he does put up points. Jordan Stall. Not who I would have picked, but... Right, it's my pick. So Alex DeBrincat for Stanley Jones. That's a pretty fair pick, actually. So it's all about having players that can play multiple positions as well. So I'm going to go Wayne Simmons. I think he's quite a decent player. Looking to have like 50 points this year. So Wayne Simmons, I think, is a good choice. And then... kind of want to go... so I need a left winger now. Pierre-Luc Dubois, Clayton Keller. I could go for Keller. But I don't know. Victor Arvidsson I would get, to be honest. Victor Arvidsson's a decent choice. I'm going to go for Jonathan Huberdeau. So now I've got 2 players that can play left wing, 3 players that can play right wing, and 2 players that can play centre. 2 defensemen. I still don't have a goaltender, which I was kind of expecting. Yeah, there's still some solid goaltenders available. Ben Bishop's still available out there. So, not too bad. Kevin Shattenkirk got picked. Nazem Kadri, Dougie Hamilton, Jonathan Taves. Wow, there's a lot of picks very quickly. Wayne Simmons is a good pick. I thought so too. Goals against. Okay. Interesting, okay. Oh, no, I want to go this one, don't I? Boosh. So we're on pick number... however many. Pick number 6 of round 7. The Beanheads are on the clock. Yeah, I think Wayne Simmons is a solid pick. I'm getting some guys that can play multiple positions, which I think is quite good. Like McDavid, I mean, he's going to put up points anyway. Tarasenko, he's going to put up points anyway. But Pavelski and Simmons, like, for example, if one of my players goes down with an injury, they can slot in another position, which I think is quite good. Kadri's a decent player. The only thing with Kadri is he's going to drop to third-line centre, which means he'll likely get less ice time. Josh Bailey been picked by the Beanheads. Good choice. Well, we'll see how well he does without Tavares, to be fair. The Infants on the board. Charlie McAvoy, yeah, good choice. Good choice. Who else? Evgeny Dadonov's an interesting one. He didn't have the best of seasons last year. Check the 2018 season. How good did Dadonov do? Oh, having said that, he did have a pretty good year last year. I wasn't expecting him to have that good of a year. Maybe Dadonov is a good pickup then. So Victor Arvidsson got picked by Hab Suck. Good choice. Who have we got next? We've got the Suck Lords. The Suck Lords are on the board. Logan Couture. It's decent. Decent but dirty. Evgeny Dadonov. Yep. Probably jinxed that already. Let somebody else take him. Casey Middlestat for the Pirates. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. And then we've got the PlayStations up. Oh, so Ben Bishop did go. Chris, you picked up Ben Bishop. So, Chris, you've already got both your goaltenders now, right? You've got 2 goaltenders that you needed, right? Where are they? Where are you? Webcast, please. Yeah, you've already got Rene and Bishop. Interesting choices. Yep. Okay. So I'm waiting on my next 2 picks. Will be rough seasons for Montreal and Detroit. Tell me about it. Carey Price got picked up. Good choice. I mean, the only thing is he might not get that many wins. He'll get you saves and he'll do well. He'll keep you in a few games. Sean Couturier, Clayton Keller, and Mark Stone have all been picked. That's the last pick of round 7. We move to round 8 shortly. That's going to be a third of the way through. So we're a third of the way through this draft, guys. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there. Chris looks good, his squad. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, all of the squads are going to look pretty good. It's just a case of, like, who does the best. So, yeah, I still haven't picked up a single goaltender, which is a bit bad, considering we're almost 150 picks into this. It's not good, really, is it? So, who are you going to pick? I have pick 136, 137. Okay. It's not too bad. So, Kevin Fiala gets picked. I see a couple of you guys are now going for players that can play 2 positions after I said that. So Kevin Fiala's been picked and Thunderbirds are back on. I like to play risky. Yeah, go for it. High risk, potentially high reward. Rasmus Ristolainen gets picked. Henrik Lundqvist gets picked. I was actually thinking about picking him up, I've got to be honest. Morgan Riley, picked up by the Billionaires. Interesting. Sean Monahan. That's a pretty good pickup. Sean Monahan's going to have a monster season. Okay, I've got my eyes on a couple more players. Yeah, out of these players. Yeah. Yeah, there's some guys here I think I could do something with. Elias Peterson. Oh, that's going to be a high reward pick, potentially. Kyle Palmieri. Elias Peterson joining the Canucks, obviously. Kyle Palmieri will be interesting. See how he does on this New Jersey Devils squad. I'm getting really hungry now. Kyle Palmieri, yep. So we've got Chris on the board again. Ryan O'Reilly. Oh, interesting. Pierre-Luc Dubois. Come on, I want to make a pick. It's been ages since I've made a pick. It's been like, what? 17 times 2. 34 picks since I last made a pick. Oh, you're going to go risky with your next pick, are you? Alright, fair dues. Right, I've already got... There's one guy that if he makes it as far as I want him to, I'm definitely picking him. We all want to make picks. I know. Dubois is an interesting choice, though. He'll hopefully have a breakout season this year. So the Sucklords are on the board. Go for Teravainen. Interesting. Interesting pick there. So Habsuck, Don K.O. currently picking. So we've got, what? 7 out of 22 players, yeah. So I'll have 8 and 9 after my picks. Almost be halfway there to making our team. The Pyongyang Sucklords. That's probably got to be my favourite team name. James Van Riemsdyk, interesting choice. Ollie is back on the board to make a pick. I've kept my eye on this person. It's a huge risk, but it's calling to me. Okay, fair dues. Right, I think I should be able to make the pick that I'm wanting to make. Nico Hischier will be an interesting pick this year. How will he play in his sophomore season? Interesting. Nugent Hopkins might play all right. Who was that? James Neal. Decent choice. Decent choices with Calgary, of course. The Beanheads looking to make their pick again. They go for Jeff Carter. Okay, fair dues. Miku Koivu, Chris Kreider. Who's just been picked? Rasmus Dahlin. Wow. Okay, yeah. He was one that I was actually looking into, to be fair. And Anders Lee for Stanley Elness. Fair dues. Okay, so I'm going to go Devin Dubnyk. He's very good at keeping the puck out of the net. So definitely drafting Dubnyk. Now, this choice I'm a little bit more unsure on. I think I should go for a defenseman. Brandon Montour. Mark Giordano. So I've got 2 centres. I've got 3 right wingers. 2 left wingers. Maybe go for another centre. Dylan Larkin. He did have the team lead in points for the Red Wings this last season. And Zetterberg was behind. He was the next place, wasn't he? Dustin Brown, I'm not expecting him to have a good season. Mike Hoffman, I'm not sure how he'll play in Florida. He might play out well. What's it got to say about Larkin? Apparently he's got some news attached to him. He's participating in he's ready to assume a leadership role. Yeah. Of course, because Henrik Zetterberg is retired. Yeah, I'm going to go with Larkin. Make that pick. Okay. Drafted Dylan Larkin. Nice job. Brian Elliott going immediately to Stanley Elness. Felix, are you still here? TJ Oshie gets picked. Wow, that's an interesting choice. Tyler Myers. And then Anthony Mantha. Okay. Some interesting choices going here. Joe Thornton. For the Beanheads. Wow. Okay, interesting. So I've got 3 players that can play centre. 3 players that can play right wing. 3 players that can play left wing. 2 defensemen and a goaltender. I'll join next draft if you don't mind doing another one, man. But I might do. Depends how much interest I get for it. If I get another, like, 15 people wanting to be part of the fantasy league that aren't part of this league, then yeah, I'll do another one. Corey Crawford. Okay, that's going to be an interesting pick there, Ollie. Considering he's still struggling with a concussion. He's basically spent ages out. He's not really participating in a training camp, I believe, because of concussion-like symptoms. That's going to be an interesting choice. Making hot chocolate. Nice. Good choice. I'm thinking about going to just quickly pick up a snack before my next picks. I'm getting really hungry now. It's 10:30. Round 9 of 22. So now we're getting to more of like the top 9 players. There is one player that I've seen that I wouldn't mind picking, but I'm not. He's going to be no way near. Had to pick him. The chant is in my head. I've given up with trying to load back in. Okay, Vengeance. No worries, man. No worries. Travis Konechny could be a good pickup for this season. There is still a few decent players available. Yeah. Do it. Get a snack. You know what? You know what? I think I will. Okay, guys. I'll be back in a second. Keep drafting. I'll get updated. Thank you, Sharks. I just needed somebody to tell me that it was okay. Be back in a sec, guys. I'm going to go get some food. Peace. I'm back, guys. Hello. How are we doing? Sorry about that. Right, so looks like loads of players have been picked since I went to get some food. Yeah, I decided to make myself a few sandwiches. Ham, yum. Ah, okay. So I got some ham sandwiches, some mini cheddars, one of these caramel bars, and of course a can of Pepsi Max. Would you expect anything else? Of course not. Oh, JT Miller and Zuccarello going down. Right. Guys, if you need to go, go, honestly. I mean, it's what, 10:30? So Bo Horvat just got drafted. I love how, like, we're not even anywhere near my picks by the time I get back. I managed to make, like, 2 bloody sandwiches. Right. Seems like I just got back from the shop. Nah. Commitment, you know. I'm just fast. Mark Giordano. That's an interesting choice. Alright, so what do I actually need? I need 3 more forwards, 3 more defensemen, and another goalie. So I think I should get another defenseman. Maybe. I don't know. Hey, vengeance is him. We are warriors. Energy drinks do wonders. I don't really drink energy drinks, to be honest. I think they're, like, very risky. If that's your cup of tea, then fair play. But, I think they do a lot more harm than good, to be honest. But then again, I eat, like, shit tons of sugar and stuff anyway, so I don't eat very healthy, so who am I to judge? Right. So I'm probably going to be eating for the rest of the stream. Right. So I've got my pick and a couple more. Dmitry Orlov, I think that's a pretty decent pick. Matt Duchene, that's going to be an interesting one. I just spat all over my mic. That's disgusting. I lived on energy drinks for 3 weeks at uni. Good idea, Felix. Wow, Giordano and Cam Fowler going back to back. Who did Chris pick last time? The Nuge. But his are being auto-drafted. Fair play. Cam Talbot, that's a good pick. Shit, right. Okay. Who do I go for? Semyon Varlamov, they've got Grubauer in there now, don't they? He's got Darling, no. Oh, nah, I don't really like the look of most of them. They can go later. They go later in the draft anyway. Right. So we should pick a defenseman, I think. Jake Muzzin. Oh, it's not a very good choice. Duncan Keith. But he's getting old. Sammy Vatanen for New Jersey, maybe. Esa Lindell, maybe. Excuse me. Oh, wow. Justin Schultz, maybe. I don't know. Darnell Nurse hasn't actually got a contract. Shea Weber's going to be out for a long time, so I'm not interested. I'm going to go for Antti Ranter on my first pick, I think. He's quite a good goaltender. I'm expecting him to have a pretty decent season. I don't know. Who else do I go for? Let's go defenseman. Who else is available? Vlasic is pretty good, but he's the one out of the 3 of them that doesn't put up any points. Zdeno Chara. I mean, Ryan Pulok's is expected to get like 42 points on the season. Josh Manson. How was his numbers last year? How were his numbers last year? Wow, 37 points, and Jake Muzzin with over 40. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay. Let's go with Manson. Why not? Let's go Manson. Okay. How dare you? Antti Ranter will never go back. I'm gonna go after my pick. So yeah, no worries. No worries, Ollie. No worries, man. Okay. So then Colton Parayko and Paul Stastny were picked after. We're literally only halfway through this draft. It's 20-11. Oh my god. I was hoping this draft wouldn't take too long. Oh, how wrong I was. Timo Meyer, nice. Brandon Saad, he could be a pretty decent pickup. Pardon me. This sandwich is really nice. It's just ham. It's just basically like German ham. It's really nice. Very nice indeed. As you can tell, the commentary has gone absolutely down the toilet. So what do you expect? I've been streaming for like 2.5 hours. I can only be interesting for so long, and even then I'm not really that interesting. That's interesting. An NFL player has just retired during half time. Sam Reinhart, that's a very interesting pick. It appears that a veteran cornerback, decided to retire halfway through a game. That's crazy. Wow. It's an interesting story. Might read more about that later. Right. Hey, Ben. How you doing, bud? Oh, Zabinajad's been picked. Max Domi's been picked. Miku Koivu's been picked. Ah, the Ninja Turtle. Nice. Jaden Schwartz been picked. Alex Galchenyuk. Oh, that's going to be an interesting one. Now, I can see the goaltending being my biggest problem. I think forwards and defense, I'm looking pretty good. But the goaltending, I think I left it a little bit too late to pick one. It's kind of come back to bite me in the arse, but that's fair. I've got a lot of very capable forwards. I've got several players that are very good at picking up defense. Or a very good defensive players, sorry, that are good at picking up points. So I'm quite good. I think I'm quite okay from that perspective. It's just the goal is keeping the puck out of the net. I might lose more points than I gain sometimes, which will be a real pain in the arse. Just see if I'd come up. Yeah, Ben, there you go. You are welcome. So you picked Galchenyuk and Keith. And Kreider went, then Tourist, then LeBlanc. LeBlanc or LeBlanc? I don't know. Oh, Ben, by the way, watched 2 periods of the Cardiff game today on Free Sports. They played very well. I mean, they scored 9 goals, so what do you expect? Felt so sorry for their goaltender. Although I thought the fact that they brought out Thomas Murdy after the going into the second period, I thought that was a little bit disrespectful. Right, it shows a complete lack of respect. Bring out the backup goalie to finish off the game that you're already like 6 goals up. Wow. Yeah, that's fine. There's still some decent players available, I guess. Patrick Maroon will only play well if he's on a line with Thingamabob, Conor McDavid. Phoenix Copley. Wow, that's an interesting choice. Nicholas Bukestad, Sami Vatanen. Some decent picks. Tom Wilson. I mean, if he's playing on the top line, yeah, he'll get points aplenty. Phoenix Copley is the backup goaltender for the Washington Capitals. So it's got loads of breadcrumbs here. Right, finish my sandwiches. They were very nice. Just got back from the Devils game. Ah, fair enough, dude. Fair enough. Hope you had a good time, bud. Right, let's eat these mini cheddars. Jonathan Drouin. Oh, he's not going to have a good season. Philip Grubauer, that's a good choice. Justin Schultz, yeah, that's a decent pickup. Who else we got? Tom Wilson's still available at 164. And we'll pick 198. I love it. When's the next Liam Kirk episode? Good question. I haven't recorded it yet. I'll probably do one every week. I need to figure out my my new schedule now that NHL 19 is up. So, I'll let you know when I know. Oh, excuse me. Oh yeah, Justin Williams has just been named the new captain. I thought Justin Falk was going to have it. They're likely trying to trade him. Chris has a decent squad. Yeah, Chris's squad is okay, actually. He's only got one defenseman, though. Like, his forwards are stacked. His defense sucks. He's got Yossi, and that's it. At least with mine, for example, I've gone a bit more balanced. Zdeno Chara getting picked. Got the bean heads up next. For some reason, I can smell your snacks. Wow. Don't worry, last but not least, we've got a caramel. I think that'll keep me going. That'll be good. Craig Smith, interesting choice. Oh no, Patrick Maroon's with the Blues, isn't he? I completely forgot. Kevin Hayes, why not? And then check some 2018 season numbers. Yeah, okay. I'm on board with that. Yeah. Take Kevin Hayes and Esa Lindell. I think there's some decent picks. Get one of each position. So we only need 2 more forwards, 1 defenseman, 1 utility, and 5 bench players. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. Like, 3 of my players can play more than 1 position out of the 6 that I've drafted. Anyway, yeah. So I'm quite happy with that. Brooks. Hey, bud. You need 5 defensemen at least, I believe. So Chris is going to get lots of the, like, depth players. Jacob Trouba's just been picked. Shea Theodore. People are starting to pick defensemen now. Fair play. Well, lots of picks going through there. Bernier, Maroon, Lindholm, Backlund, Theodore, Trouba. Got Don't Have Suck. Don KO. Currently on the board. Right, who's next? Yep, Don. I hope we can do another one draft today. I'm really up to it. Yeah, we might do another draft at some point. I'm not doing another one today. Yeah. Semyon Varlamov has gone. Interesting. Which other goalies have we got? Because I'm thinking about picking up another goalie. Jimmy Howard. Corey Schneider would be an awesome pickup. But he's... I'm not sure if he's injured or not. Malcolm Subban, ranked 982nd. Jesus. Chad Johnson, Alexander Georgiev. Wow, he's ranked 558th. He's ranked higher than Malcolm Subban. Even though Malcolm Subban's meant to get 7 more wins on the season than him. Well, alright then. If you say so. Mike Smith is still available. 218th. Jake DeBrusk. So we've had Leddy, Brassard, DeBrusk all picked. Okay, fair dues. So my pick is not going to be until like 236, if that. Wow, this draft is taking a long time, guys. We've been here for just over an hour. Well, that's not too bad, actually. We're over halfway through, so it's going to take about 2 hours, probably. Well, actually, with all of the, yeah, with all the people now auto-drafting, it should actually take a little less time. Colin Miller's just been picked, nice. Colin Miller. Fair enough, for the Portsmouth Pirates. Oh, this is fun, isn't it, guys? Late night drafting. We're over halfway through because there's 22 rounds. We're almost at the end of round 13. So we're getting there. Oh, we're getting there, boys. We really should have drafted earlier in the day. However, we wouldn't have had as many teams. Justin Williams. Johan Ovitu. Wow, interesting choice there, Jared. Excuse me. So I need another defenseman, another goalie, and another forward. Vladislav Namestnikov. Jake Gensel, I think that'll be a decent pickup, to be fair. Still got ages till my next pick. 238 is my next pick. Jesus Christ. It's Alec Martinez, if we go according to this. He didn't really have the best season either. Okay. So we've got the Thunderbirds. Currently making their picks. The Thunderbirds. Wow, skip 3. Why are we skipping frames still? Why is that happening? I don't know. Right. Josh Anderson. That's an interesting pick. Making some picks. Making picks. Making picks. It's fantasy hockey. We're drafting, making some picks. It's gonna be fun. Having fun every day. Yeah. Having fun. Yeah. It's so much fun. I'm quite tired now. It's been a long while. Jordan Eberle just got drafted. That's a good choice, Jordan Eberle, actually. I think he'll put up 30 goals. Especially on an Islanders team that's lacking a lot of goal-scoring talent. Right, who's next? The Billionaires are next on the draft. Then we've got an auto. Then we've got 2 normal ones and 3 straight autos. Mike Smith. Okay, Mike Smith goes to the Billionaires. Darnell Nurse. That's an interesting choice. I think it was an auto pick, but considering he hasn't actually got a contract at the moment, he's an RFA, isn't he? So that's an interesting selection. We got the PlayStations back on. He picked OV2 or OIV2 last time. Be interesting to see who he picks this time. Where did he actually get ranked? What time is it in the UK? It is almost 11 o'clock in the evening. Where was he meant to go? 330th. Wow, okay, fair dues. Cancel that. Victor Antipin. Interesting. You're going for some very interesting picks here, bud. I mean, fair play. I'm not going to complain. Let's have a look at this. How long is he meant to be out for? Okay. Okay. I'm not sure if he's going to be ready for the start of the season. It's almost 3 in the afternoon here. Yes, indeed it is in Western Canada. Nice, not too bad. Right, yeah, so Victor Antipin is the previous choice again. Right, Pirates are on the clock. Then we've got 3 straight auto picks. Then we go normal, auto, normal, auto, normal, auto, normal, then me, twice. Okay. Oh, we're getting there, guys. So, Jesus. So, Drouin, Ekholm, Silverberg, then Ryan Zingle was picked. Okay, fair dues. We're getting into the depth positions now. So I think I know what my plan is for this one. Yeah, I think I know what my plan is for this one. Although having said that, I'm not auto. Yeah, no, Felix, I know you're not auto. Don't worry, bud. Don't worry. I know. It's alright. But yeah, once again, guys, if you are enjoying me sitting here eating food, well, I've now finished it, but if you enjoyed me eating the food, and just sort of talking every once in a while, please feel free to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Malcolm Subban finally got drafted. He's meant to go like 900th. He gets picked in the 14th round. Fair play. Adam Henrique also went, so now we've got the Beanheads on the clock. Let's see who they go for. I wouldn't know. I was about to steal Subban. Well, unfortunately, you weren't, because he's just been picked. Ryan McDonough. Wow, Ryan McDonough's still available. Fair play. Nick Foligno got picked. Now we've got Max and the Outlaws. Max and the Outlaws. Yeah. Okay, I got a bit of a risky pick I could make there. Risky in the sense that he had a good season last year. What's your opinion on the baked potato? I do like baked potatoes. They are very nice. Especially with a bit of butter and a bit of cheese. Maybe some baked beans and tuna. Oh. Austin Watson, that is not a good choice considering he's been suspended for the first quarter of the season. Oh, that is not a good choice considering he's been suspended for domestic violence. We will talk more about that tomorrow on the podcast. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Baked potato is very nice. Right, so, Odd Man Rush. Pavel Buchnevich, good choice. I think he might have a very good year this year. So, goaltenders. I want to pick a goaltender first. We've got James Reimer, who had a decent year. Let's go for their season last year. Excuse me. Corey Schneider only won 17 games because he was injured, though, to be fair. Kincaid came in and played a lot of games. Markstrom, Anderson, Jimmy Hatton. Oh, no. Excuse me. Tristan Jarry. Anton Hudobin, Yaroslav Halak, but he's gonna be playing backup. That could be an interesting choice, but then I wouldn't have to pick him now, would I? You know, I'm gonna leave it a little while for that. See who's available later on in the draft. I'm gonna go Eric Howler for my first choice. Then. So I'm looking at their season stats. Eli Tolvanen. No, that's interesting. Alex Tuck. Trying to think of who I go for. Slaven. For me, round 17 is the boring round. Why round 17 specifically? Surely round 22 would be the boring round. Alex Kerfoot's a decent pickup, to be fair. You know what? Yeah, he had a decent season last season, to be fair. Wow, a 40-point season. David Perron had a fantastic year last year. He's not going to replicate those numbers in St. Louis, I don't think. Yeah, I'm going to go Alexander Kerfoot. Okay, so I've filled out all the forwards on my roster. Well, all the standard forwards. I've also got bench players. So I've got 4 centres, 3 left wings, 2 right wings, 2 defensemen. I need to pick up some more, I need to pick up at least one standalone defenseman. Right winger, sorry. Defenseman? Where did that come from? Right, so then... You picked Slaven. Slaven! Then Matheson was picked by the Redhawks. I'm picking solid utility, guys. Like, guys, you just took both my... Did I seriously? Sorry, man. My bad. My bad. I don't know, because I get bored of round 17. I don't know why. Fair enough. I mean, we're getting close. So get ready to get bored. I would have preferred if, like, the picks were a little bit quicker, but we're getting there. Once this draft is done, I'm finishing up, though, so don't worry. Okay. Sorry, I'm just getting distracted now, aren't I? How's the old channel doing? We've had a decent amount of viewership for this stream. I've been quite impressed. Thanks, guys. Yeah, my last few videos are doing alright in terms of views. Not too shabby at all. Okay, so we had David Perron go, then Charlie Coyle, then Jeff Petrie, then Calvin DeHaan. Wow, we're really getting to some of those depth defensemen, aren't we, folks? Okay. So, what we at? Pick 246. This is longer than an NHL draft. Well, they only have 7 rounds, don't they? Just like the video, man. Good. Good. Yeah, so this is pretty chill. So we need 1 defenseman and 1 utility player. Is there a player that plays all 3 forward positions? 'Cause that would be pretty kick-ass. I would so pick that player in a heartbeat. I want to have a look at this. Well, provided he's a decent player. I won't say I'll pick him in a heartbeat if he sucks. Very interesting. No, I don't think they do. I don't think they do have a player that plays every position. Every forward position, that is. Yeah, fair play. Wasn't really expecting it, to be honest. Calvin DeHaan was the last pick. Yep. So, what's happening now? Mike Green gets picked. Fair enough. Interesting choice. Milan Lucic. So we had Mike Green, Matthew Perreault, Matt Niskanen, Brent Seabrook all got picked. Okay, so we're almost at the end of round 15. I just dropped my phone. Almost by my foot. Whee! I'm getting bored now, guys. I've got to be honest. Watching a screen. Getting an ache in the old neck. Ooh. Ouch. Oh, that's very achy. It's 11:05. Kyle Okposo's just been picked. Jared's back on the board. Thomas Vanek had a decent season last year. He's expected to... he's expected to drop his numbers slightly. Less goals. And less assists as well. Wow. Okay. That's what he's projected to get. That doesn't mean that will be the case. Because he played quite well in Detroit last time I checked. Jonas Donskoy. That's going to be an interesting pickup. Nyquist. Alec Martinez. Andre Case. Eli Tolvanen will be an interesting one. He's projected to have a 46-point season. Shouldn't be too bad. So 20 seconds left for Jared's pick. Then we've got 2 more autos and 2 standard picks in this round. Then we move on to round 16, and then we only have 6 rounds left. We will be 2/3 of the way through the draft. Alec Martinez gets picked. Interesting choice. The Jets pick Thomas Vanek. Oscar Klefbom gets picked by the Billionaires. Tyler Bozak gets picked by Trump's fake wife. Opinions on the Sharks? Well, since you've got Carlson, you're definitely a Stanley Cup contender. I would say you've got the best defensive core in the league right now. I'll have to check Nashville's roster again just to make sure, but yeah, I mean, Carlson, Vlasic, and Burns all in your top 4. Well, that's killer. You really didn't give up that much to get him either. You didn't give up like a top 6 player. You could have given up like a Logan Couture for something like that, but you didn't. That's quite impressive. Tyler Bozak and Josh Morrissey have been picked. So, we're in the 16th round. Alexander Wenberg and David Krejci got picked. Fair enough. Tanner Pearson. Alex Tuck, I think, will have a good year. I mean, I won't be able to select him because somebody else will pick him up first. David Krejci, Eli Tolvanen, interesting. Alexander Steen, Miles Wood, Vinny Hinostrosa, Eric Johnson, Michael Rasmussen. Excuse me, Robert Thomas, Andre Palat, Daniel Sprong, Andreas Athanasiou, sorry. Thomas Tatar for Montreal. Okay. Quinn Hughes, interesting choice. You're going for some very, very interesting curveballs in this draft, Jared. I respect that. I really do. I do respect those choices. Pirates are on the board again. Wow, Boonjan had a really bad last season. Think I've... Hey, Plumel, how's it going, bud? Yeah, we had to start the draft a little bit later. Well, it wasn't really that much later in the grand scheme of things. Jesper Bratt, interesting. Matthias Janmark. No recent news, because I didn't really want to look at him anyway, to be honest. Let's have a look. Yeah, Victor Rask is who I wanted to look at. What they got to say about Victor Rask? Questionable. Relayed that... Oh, Jesus. Wow, he's cut tendons in his fingers. Oh, Jesus. That's not helpful. Wow, they've lost a good player in Victor Rask. He's been pretty good for them over the last 2 years. So we got Don't Know on the board. Then we've got Auto Pick, Normal, Auto Pick, Normal, Auto Pick, Casual Felix, who's not Auto Pick. I know. And then me. That's the one thing about going first in the draft. You do get the best potential player if you really want him, or like you get to have first pickings of everything. But then it takes about 1 million years before you get your next 2 picks. It's nice that they're back to back, but Jesus, it takes about 2 billion years to get there. Right, so who else has been picked? Jesper Bratt. Oh, we missed a few. Boone Jenner, Jimmy Howard, Jonas Donskoy, Andre Palat, Rick Nash. Rick Nash is going to be an interesting one considering he hasn't signed a contract and he hasn't committed to playing yet. Blake Coleman. I think I've identified one of the players that I'm interested in getting. Yeah, I think I have. So we're in round 16. We're almost at round 17, boys. We're getting there. Baby steps, people. I need to find somebody else as well. Wow, okay. Maybe. I don't know. My sister's job is a petrol shop on the highway. Fair enough. I mean, it's a job at the end of the day, isn't it? It's money coming in at the end of the day. Fair play to her. Fair play. Right, Rick Nash. Waiting on Beanheads. He's going to have to auto-draft. Goes with... Who did he get? Who did he get? Gustav Nyquist. Oh, Roberto Luongo has been... So he got Luongo. That's a decent choice, to be fair. Gustav Nyquist. Thatcher Demko. Interesting choice. Alexander Edler. Okay, so he was one of the players I was interested in picking up. But he gone. Interesting choice there from Mr. Stanley Yelnats. Okay, so I think the first one I'm going to pick, Thomas Tatar. I think he's going to have a decent season with Montreal. I think he'll put up at least 20 goals for them. Then I have another pick. Kind of want a defenseman here. Eric Johnson, Anton Strawman. He's not really a point getter, though. Anton Strawman. Dion Phaneuf, no. Nate Schmidt, no. I'm not going for Nate Schmidt. I love how he's predicted zeros across the board. Carl Olsner, no. Rasmus Anderson, if he even makes the team. I'm going to have to go for Thingamabob, aren't I? Eric Johnson. Yeah, Eric Johnson. I'll go Eric Johnson then. Boosh. Welcome to the team, bud. Okay, so that's my picks done for the next, like, 20 minutes. Great. So, round 17 of 22. We're almost there, people. Milan Lucic. Interesting choice there for the Redhawks. Anton Stroman. Felix, stop copying my picks. You only picked him because I was interested in him. Let's take a look at Felix's team, actually. Crosby, Trocheck, they're decent players. Kane, DeBrincat, yeah, I think that's a good one. Andersley, maybe. Anisimov, Niederreiter, yeah. Bushnevich, yeah, he could have a decent season. Bjorkstrand, yeah, it's not too bad. Provorov, yeah, okay. Shattenkirk, maybe. Pareko, maybe. Slaven, yeah, okay. Strawman, Strawman, no. He doesn't put up points as a defensive defenseman. Matt Murray, yeah, if he stays healthy. Brian Elliott, he sucks. He sucked ever since he left St. Louis. And Jonathan Bernier, depends how many games he plays. So Strawman, Lucic, Bonino, Case, Parise, Hanifin. Okay. You said Strawman, I was like, don't you dare. Love it. So, I now need... I've got my entire roster, including a utility player. Now I'm just looking at bench players. Good, I'm glad that I filled in all my positions. So, who's Chris been going for recently? I'm really interested to see this. He's got Ekholm and Seabrook, so he's got two... He's already got a bench player as well. His utility is DeBrusque already. Wow, he's stacked up on the forwards. Jesus, Chris. You got two decent goaltenders, though, actually. Bench boys. So I'm quite happy with my team. I've got McDavid, Tarasenko. So McDavid definitely, like, provided everything goes right, he's going to kill it. Tarasenko, solid goal scorer. Pavelski can put up points. Simmons, I mean, he can put up a decent amount of points, but he's not the best pick. I did it more for the utility, can be left or right wing. Huberdeau, yeah, he'll put up points. Larkin, if he carries on from last season, he'll be the highest point getter on Detroit. Kevin Hayes, yeah, that was kind of the best choice at the time. He's looking for something to prove on his one-year contract. Eric Howler, he had a good year last year. Let's see if he bounces back. Alex Kerfoot, let's see if he builds on his first year. Eric Carlson in defense. Oh, Michael Furlan just got picked. Eric Carlson on defense, yep. I mean, provided he fits in with San Jose's system, then I think he will do solidly. Torrey Krug. Sorry, I'm just sorting out the way I'm sitting. Torrey Krug. Yep, provided he's healthy. Josh Manson, not too bad. Esa Lindell, hopefully he builds on last year. Eric Johnson will get me a few points. Thomas Tatar, he should at least be a 20-goal scorer this year. If he hits 30 goals, I'd be very happy. Dubnik, he's a pretty decent goaltender. Antti Raanta, I'm hoping for him to have a really good year. So yeah, we're just looking to get 5 extra players on the roster. I'm mainly going to prioritise players that can play more than one position for these places, definitely. So Michael Furlan was the last choice. The Sucklords are on the clock. Let's see who they choose. It looked like you were going to sniff the camera. There you go. You happy? Okay. So yeah, Victor Rask is out. Victor Rask is out for an extended period of time by the looks of it. Months. Didn't even realise that until just now. Alex Tuck. So, well, there's a lot of picks there. So, Furland, Janmark, Bacchus, Tuck, and Van Riemsdyk all going at the same time. Okay, so we're now on to the third from last pick in the 17th round. We're almost into the 18th round, guys. We're almost there. Just looking at stuff going on my tablet. Not my tablet, my phone. Right. Oh, we've got some more. Miles Wood, Paul Byron, Dion Phaneuf, and Tyler Bertuzzi all being picked. Okay, last pick of the 18th round. Can we get something good? Right. Okay. So I've just seen a really interesting thing come up. That's quite funny. Right. What's going on now? So, oh Jesus, lots of picks. So Brady to Chuck, interesting choice. Keith Kincaid, Tanner Pearson, Victor Rask. Oh wow, and Blake Coleman. Okay. So I think I think there'll be a few players that are either attempted to be traded or placed on waivers due to their injuries, or they'll just be stuck on the bench. So I've got a little while till my next pick. Elias Anderson, good choice. Good choice indeed. Oh, that reminds me. There's a player I'm definitely interested in looking at. And people that are pretty keen-eyed might already know who that is. I think I've got my next two picks, actually. Okay, one of them's gone. Daniel Sedin, he's not playing anymore. Why are the Sedin twins in this? Neither of them are playing anymore. Sedin, Hinostroza, Markstrom, and Lindholm. Lindholm will be an interesting one. We're getting closer to my pick, so I was interested in going for Markstrom, maybe. But I'll take that as a no. I'll take that as the game saying, nah, not a chance. Oh, pardon me. Have you heard the gossip about Butter? Who? Who are you on about, Sharks? Right, okay. So we've got a couple more picks till mine. Craig Anderson. Shit, I was going to draft him. Andre Burakovsky. Oh, you got both the Tkachuk brothers. Nice. Is there any way I can see my team? Plumor, which one are you, bud? Actually, no, I shouldn't spread. No, I'm interested to hear what you say. I'm interested. Who is Butter is my first question. No, I didn't know that he didn't play anymore. Yep, both the Sedin twins retired at the end of the last season, dude. So you might want to stick him on waivers immediately. Of the Sedins, I only see Henrik. Well, Daniel's already been drafted. So, oh, you're Yeet, right. Okay, fair dues. Andre Burakovsky's been picked. It's the spread stuff. Daniel got drafted. He didn't get it. What? I'm so confused. It's getting late, guys. Craig Anderson got picked as well. Yeah, we already know. Andre Burakovsky on. Anthony Beauvillier. Michael Rasmussen. Yeah, he might make the camp. Oh, okay. Right. Andrew Cogliano. I mean, he'll play a lot of games for you. Robert Thomas. Interesting. Some very interesting players going. Daniel Sprong. Right. Okay. Okay. Philip Keitel. Let's go for it. Why not? I shouldn't spread it as he was speaking about. Ah, right. I get it. Ha. It's funny. It's really funny, guys. James Reimer. Should I go for him? He's expected to get like 24 wins. Scott Darling. Cam Ward, no way. He sucks. As does Scott Darling. Yeah, I'm going to go James Reimer. Okay, so I got myself a third string goalie and Philip Keitel, who could have a good season. See, he's the second New York Rangers player I've got. I've got both Keitel and Hayes. Okay, perfect. Then James, yeah, so I picked Reimer. Then Brock Nelson, you picked, and Athanasi, you got picked as well. That's not too bad. Okay. Right. We're in round 19. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Just knuckle down. We'll get there. Pfft. Somebody picked Nate Schmidt, who's been suspended for 27 games, I think. Oh, he's been suspended like a quarter of the season. Alexander Bemistrov. I didn't realise he was playing for Vancouver. Corey Schneider. Interesting. Derek England. Okay. Not too bad. We've got Don Ko. K.O. I was going to play some video games tonight, but I might just watch YouTube or Netflix and then go to sleep. I can't see my team on the website. Is it because the draft is still on? Yes, it's because the draft is still taking place. Richard Panic. Didn't he get arrested? Timothy Liljegren, Charles Houdon, I think you got charged with something. John Moore. You want to see your team? You are this one, right? So you got McKinnon, Jamie Benn, Nicholas Backstrom, Mikko Rantanen, Sebastian Aho. I'm not sure which one that is. Jason Zucker, Evgeny Dadonov, Pierre-Luc Dubois, and Dustin Brown. So your offense is pretty solid. Your defense kind of sucks. You've got Jake Muzzin, Sami Vatanen, Matt Niskanen. And then your goaltenders are Jimmy Howard and Jacob Markstrom. You got Derek Stepan as your utility player. Then Derek Brassard, Jakob Silfverberg, David Backus, and Charles Hudon as your bench players. So you've gone very forward heavy. Or the simulation's gone very forward heavy for you. And then after that. So basically you've got a lot of players that can put the puck into the net. You've just not got any goaltenders that can keep it out. And your defense aren't exactly point-producing defensemen. So, 3 skip frames. That's a pain in the ass. Okay. Let's go back to mine. Mine's better anyway. Oh, somebody picked Georgiev. Good choice. I think he's going to be a good goaltender. Richard Panik, Timothy Liljegren, Charles, John Moore, Danton Heinen, Georgiev, Shaw, Aho, and Nason. Okay. So it's the last pick of round 19. We've only got 3 more rounds to go. 3 more rounds to go. 3 more rounds of sorrow. I didn't know Panik got arrested. I believe he did. Or he got done for assault, I'm pretty sure. Look it up. Just look up Richard Panik assault or something like that. How do I earn points in this league? Okay, so you want to see how the points work? I will show you. So, this is the roster size you have to have. So, the points work like this. For skaters, you score a shorthanded goal, 2 points. You score a goal, 3 points. You get a point on the power play, 1 point. You get an assist, 2 points. If you get any penalty minutes, 0 points. So basically, you want players that score or get assists. And for goaltenders, -1 point if you get a goal against, 5 points for a win, 0 points for a save, and 3 points for a shutout. So if you lose, you get no points, and you'll get minus points. And you can make trades with other teams. The trade deadline is February 22nd. Trades can be vetoed. And yeah, so you go head-to-head with another team every week. You basically go head-to-head with another player every week to see if you win or not. And then I think it's either the team with the player with the most points at the end or the team with the best record at the end of the season. Well, then you have the playoffs, and then whoever wins the playoffs wins the trophy. So, wow, we had a lot of picks. So Georgiev, Shaw, yep. So, Nason, Fuxa, Angrighetto, Brooks Orpik, Aaron Dell, Dan Hamhuis, Vitaly Abramov, good choice, Goligoski, Abdelkader, Tippett, and Tristan Jarry. Tristan Jarry took a long time to get drafted. Can I trade my entire team for a Twix? Let's take a look at your team. So you got Crosby. I mean, Crosby's worth at least 2 Twixes by himself. I mean, other than that, yeah. I mean, you've only got 2 right wingers. How many right wingers do I have? Do I only have 2? Yeah, I only have 2 as well. Should probably get a right winger then, shouldn't I? Okay, I've got my eye on somebody. Got my eye on a few people, actually. Hope we don't go out in second round of the playoffs again. Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out, won't we? Anton Roussel, Arturi Lehkonen. Oh, I wanted Lehkonen. God damn it. Alexander Alexeyev. Lars Eller, UC Saros. That'll be an interesting thing. My team are sleepers. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Oh. Not very good choices down here, is there? Oh, not good. Not good at all. Oh, I'm not going to like this. Yeah, we're getting right down to the nitty-gritty of it, folks. My team contenders. I don't know. I guess we'll find out when the puck drops. Nobody go for Henrik Zetterberg. He's literally just retired. Please, nobody pick him. Michael Neuwirth, Jay Bouwmeester. It's my pick soon. First, we've got Stanley Yelnats. Don't pick Zetterberg. Marcus Granlund. Why isn't he projected to get any points? You picked Granlund, fair play. Right, so I feel like I need a right winger. Joel Armia, he's playing for Montreal. Sven Betsky. Let's have a look at the last season. I'm picking him or Sedin for kicks. Joel Armia. How did he do last season? Oh no, wait. I want actual like season stats, don't I? Armia last season had. Oh wow, Armia actually had decent points. So did Betsky. Armia, you actually had a decent year last year. So then I've only got one other right winger, but I've got guys that can play centre, right? Yeah, centre or right wingers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I feel like I should get another right winger. I might get Sven Betsky actually. So I've got one more pick. I'll probably go for a excuse me, probably go for a defenseman. Then I think that'll be my drafting done. Right, the penultimate round. The penultimate round of this draft. It's taken us almost 2 hours, but we have almost done this pick. Henrik Zetterberg gets picked by the Red Hawks. I swear the simulation has not been nice to Joe. Let's have a look. He's got some decent players up top, actually, to be fair. But then he's got Zetterberg. Okay, so he's only got Zetterberg as one of those picks. Fair dues. Sam Garnier, Miro Hesakainen. That could be an interesting pick. Ryan Callahan. Philip Zadina. That's not a bad pick if he makes the roster. If he makes the team out of training camp, then it'll be good, won't it? Right. Come on, boys. So, we're almost there, guys. I'm going to have the last pick of the draft. Going to have to pick a good one. Alright, so let's just take a look at defensemen. That's all I'm interested in now. Because then I'll have 6 defensemen, 5 centres, 5 left wingers, 3 right wingers. Oh, Sven Betsky is a left winger. I thought he was a right wing. But I can play... Yeah, I can play Pavelski, Simmons, and Hayes on the right wing, so... And Armia. So that's 4 players on the right wing, technically. It's only because Pavelski is listed as a centre. So I've technically got, if I want it, 4, 5, and 4. Then if I have 6 defensemen and 3 goaltenders. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think that's pretty good. I've just got to figure out which defenseman I want to pick. Now there is one that I could go for. There's 2 that I could go for potentially. So Sam Bennett's just been picked. Okay, fair dues. Interesting. Come on, boys. Let's get this draft done. Oh, because remember, we've got the podcast tomorrow. The Icing on the Skate. Which will be fun. In my NHL 19 franchise mode, featuring Sonic the Hedgehog and friends, Ryan Callahan is one of the scouts I hired. No way! Oh, that's pretty cool. Sonic the Hedgehog and friends. That's great. Love it. Okay, Michael Grabner. Interesting. Francois Beauchemin. Matt Cullen. All been picked. Chris got Matt Cullen. Does he even have enough defensemen? Riley Nash gets picked. Is that here? Yeah, it'll be on YouTube. Yep. Got the Icing on the Skate podcast tomorrow night, 7 PM British time. Don't worry, you'll be able to watch it after the fact. It will stay up as an upload. Riley Nash, Carter Hart, Trevor Daly, Zach Bogosian, Derek Seidenberg. Some interesting picks going here. Would you ever do a video of EASHL? Well, last year I did several streams in EASHL. I'm not opposed to the idea. I might do EASHL. It's just because the game's only been out. Well, the game's been out for 2 days technically, but the game has been out for quite a while. Because I played the 10-hour trial and then I got 3 days early access. Like I've just kind of been trying to make sure I have all of the players I need. Nicholas Cromwell in his last season. Mark Alt. Oh, here we are. Here we are. The final thing. So Carl Olsen, you pick Carl Olsen with your last pick, plus Tuber. Good choice, considering the people available. Good choice. So we're in the last round, ladies and gents. 374 picks in this draft. Henrik Borgstrom, interesting. Duncan's gone for a lot of potential rookies to make it out of the to make it out of the thingy. If you do, would you? Yeah, I'd do it with subs. Yeah, of course. I'd do it on stream with subscribers. Yeah, of course. That's what I did last year. And we did okay. We won some games, we lost some others. You know, that's the way it goes. Ryan Spooner. Paul Martin, who I'm pretty sure got sent down to the Sharks AHL team last year. Josh Georges, interesting choice. Have a lot of rookies I'm down to play. Awesome. Yeah, then I might organise something, bud. Right, I think I've got my eyes on the last one. This is more... He's going to be a bench player anyway, so if he plays or not, doesn't bother me. Let's see. Let's see. And then we can see the matchups, who's against who. I mean, the season doesn't start for another 2 weeks, so that's not too bad. Yeah, I've got my eye on one guy. Yeah, I think I'll go for this one. Jacob Chychrun. Wow. I would have expected him to go slightly earlier than some of these other players. Maybe a round or two before in the draft. Fair play, though. But who's Felix going to go for with the penultimate pick of the draft? Are you going to go Alexander Alexeyev? Rasmus Andersson? Mark Barberio, perhaps? Who knows? What about Geordie Ben? What about Matthew Benning? Could be any of them. Okay, now I've got 2 potential choices. I don't know. Right. So we're almost done. Almost done. Yeah, we're going to have been... So this stream is going to have been 3 hours and 45 minutes, roughly. That's pretty crazy. And 2 of those 3 hours and 45 minutes is going to be of drafting. This has been a long-ass draft in franchise mode. Stamkos retired as a 72 overall player with AHL top 6 potential and the other forward. Really? What were his overall stats at the end? I would donate, but I'm not on my phone because it's dead. Yeah, no worries. No worries, dude. No worries. You become a channel member, anything like that. Buy merch, whatever you want. You don't have to donate right now. You can do it after the fact. I don't mind. You just be you, dude. Right. Okay. So, Patrick Berglund, Thomas Chabot. Interesting picks there. Right, we're almost there, boys. The last 6 picks of the draft. I'm actually quite happy with the team that I've got here, though. I've got a nice mixture of guys that can put up points and versatility down my lineup. Like, some of my best players can play more than one position, which I'm really happy about. That just makes my life so much easier, you know. Right, 38 seconds left of this pick. I've got an auto, normal. So I have the first and the last pick. And I've got 2 guys that I'm interested in picking up. Yes, there's 2 guys that have caught my eye. Oh, wow. None of these guys are projected to get any points. Great. Okay. Well, if anybody wants to finish the stream with a donation, that would be awesome. You don't have to, obviously, but if you want to, go for it. Valtteri Filppula gets picked by the Beanheads. Ryan Miller, the Denver sports team. That's interesting. He was a pretty decent backup last year. So, Outlaws. Max, make your pick, son. Then you can go to bed. So, let's see. Let's see who's available. Well, we know who's available. Let's see who he picks is the question that I really want to ask. So I'll have 6 defensemen. So I'll have Carlson, Krug, Manson, Lindell, Johnson, and 1 more. Yeah, I'm definitely picking a defenseman with this last one. So I've got 13 forwards, 6 defensemen, 3 goaltenders. I think that's the best way to do it. Can always chop and change players. Jason Spezza, Mike Fisher was then picked. Mike Fisher's retired. Another retired player, sneaking away. Mark Barberio, interesting. Now I'm thinking either Adam Bockvist or Geordie Ben. Now, Geordie Ben comes with the assurance that he's going to play in the league this year, whereas Adam Bockvist doesn't. So I'm going to go Geordie Ben. I can always change it if Bockvist actually makes the team. Your auto pick would be Marian Gaborik. So the draft is complete. There you go. Share your top pick. Well, I don't need to. It was the #1 overall pick. Good luck in your quest to bring home this trophy. Thank you very much. So that is the draft complete. You've completed your draft. Well done, guys. Draft complete. Okay, so let's refresh this and the draft should be finished now. So, let's take a look at the Week 1 matchups starting October 3rd. So we've got about 2 weeks until the season begins. Okay, we've got the full scoreboard over here. So, there you go. Draft complete. View results at draft caps. There's 17 teams. One team will not be playing this week. They'll have to wait until week 2. So, I mean, that's quite good, actually, that there'll always be one team that has a bye week. Because that is how the NHL do it, actually. Like, everybody has to have a bye week. So Max has the bye week in week 1, so he has to wait 3 weeks until there's any hockey action. So, Pyongyang Sucklords, you are against me for the first one. So we're in the East Division. Okay, so okay, so there are some East v West. There's more teams in the East than there are the West. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 maybe. Okay, fair dues. So, sorry Max, but unfortunately you are having to wait the first week. So I'm up against the Pyeongchang Sucklords. The Red Hawks are against Trump's fake wife. Chris is against the Toronto Thunderbirds. Stanley Elnitz is against the Shaw Billionaires. The Croatian Jets are against Clarkie's Infants. I'm a wreck you. Right, trades incoming. Woohoo! Denver Sports Team against the Beanheads. Nottingham Ute against Habs Suck. And the Portsmouth Pirates against the Duncan PlayStations. So they are all of the choices. So, when's my bye week? That's what I want to figure out. It's not week 3 because Jared says his... Then... Oh, mine's going to be like halfway through the season, isn't it? What's week 5? What about week 5? Week 5? Nope. Week 7. Let's try week 7. Nope. Wow, I'm having to wait a long time for my bye week. Week 8. Week 9. Nope. When do I get to play... Who do I play this week? Where am I? Oh, I play Clarkie's Infants there. That's week 9. Week 10. Clarkie's Infants is the one... So maybe mine's next? Nope, Nottingham Redhawks. Do I get a bye week? When is my bye week? When is my bye week? Wow. I have to wait ages for my bye week. Stanley Yelnats. Jesus, Gate, come on. When is my bye week? Oh, they're going to give me like one of the worst bye weeks. Are they going to give me the last week so everybody else can gain points while I have to sit there and watch them? Oh, don't do this to me, game. Clarkie's Infants already had a bloody bye week. Nottingham Red. I don't think I get a bye week. I don't think I get a bye week. No, some teams have more than one bye week. I don't have a bye week. I don't have a bye week. So, Felix, you have a bye week on the final week of the season. And the last week I played Denver Sports Team. You got 2 bye weeks, middle and last. Why don't I have a bye week? I don't think I've been deemed page updates automatically, no need to refresh. That's good. I don't have a bye week either. So there are several teams that don't have bye weeks. Surely that's a little bit unfair for the overall record then, right? Surely that means some teams... When do I play Chris? That's what I want to know. Alright, Felix, I play you week 2. I'm going to destroy you, son. This is because of the curse. Play the Thunderbirds week 3. Just want to find when I play Chris. Week 5. Week 5 I play Joe. Week 6 is when I play Chris. Okay. So early November is when I'm up against Chris. When do I play Max? Week 7. Nope. Week 8. Nope. Week 9. Nope. Week 10. Nope. Week 11. Nope. Oh, come on. Tell me I've got to have a matchup against Max. Nope. Week 14. Nope. Week 15. There we go. So week 15. So in 2019, the first proper week of 2019 is when I have my matchup against you, Max. Oh, we'll have fun with that one. So, okay. As that finishes, I think we can end the stream here, ladies and gentlemen. thank you very much for watching this very long stream, where we finally did the fantasy draft. 17 teams. We will start with opening week on October 3rd, where Max will have his bye week. That sucks, but what can you do? So, tomorrow we will have the Icing on the Skate podcast at 7 PM British time. So if you're interested in hearing about the EIHL, the NHL, and every hockey league, well, and everything hockey in between, I think is the better way to put it, then feel free to join us 7 PM tomorrow. But yeah, feel free to subscribe, become a channel member, donate, buy merch, anything like that, feel free. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed, but for now, goodbye!